Alrighty, welcome everybody here to the Coast to Coast Racing League. In the booth here, along with me here tonight is John Hine. Patrick Morrison here as well with Simtrax Broadcasting and the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Definitely going to be an interesting one you're going to see out of me here tonight. Not normally here during a Sunday, but no better time to do it than with a charity event. That charity event, of course, being the King of the Wing. The Ohsweken Speedway Every Child Matters King of the Wing Night 1 qualifier here. We're going to take a little peek at where we're going to start and what we've got lined up here for tonight. And boy, John, I hope to see you out on the track here later on tonight.
Been debating. Yeah, I guess I'll give it a go here on the first one anyway. We'll see how I feel about the rest. But yeah, this is Limaland here is a nice little bull ring. I expect these cars to get around here pretty quick and some pretty close quarters racing here to begin the night.
All right, and that's what we'll keep an eye on for. So for the races for tonight, fixed 360s at Limaland for 30 laps. After that, it's going to be an interesting street stock enduro for 50 laps on that one. So that's going to be kind of a no rules race, and we'll get more into that when the race comes up. Fixed 360s at Eldora to finish tonight off 30 laps on that one as they hop back into the fixed 360. So it should be a pretty interesting night if I do say so myself, as I believe everybody is getting out there at this point starting qualifying time. But hopefully we'll have a good chance out here to see what everybody can what kind of laps these guys can put down here, and figure out if there are any speed out here on the track, or if everybody's just going to take it nice and easy. So I believe a lot of familiar names you guys are going to know. Riley Burr, Joseph Grandy, Roger Craig is out here, Dean Reynolds, John Hines out here, of course, in the booth with me as well. Zach Chapman's out here. So we got a good clutch of guys out here. Definitely expect to see a lot of them out here to kind of support a good cause here for sure.
Yeah, and it's we're in fixed setups too. A lot of us are used to running our own sets, so I got in here late and didn't get to practice under a tacky track. And you can see what happens though when everybody's in the same setup. You miss your line, yikes! Am I down the field here? So it's going to make everybody close. I mean, that's the cool thing is, it is about charity here, and it's an honor to be here and be a part of this. But we're racers, though. Once we the charity and everything else, we're here for that. But racers lose their minds once they get on the track, man. Once those visors go down, other people show up.
Oh yeah, well, definitely no one. No one really, yeah, everything's A-okay, and everybody's out here for a good cause, and it should be a nice, calm night. But yeah, exactly like you're saying, getting out there, once you're next to somebody or you start seeing that dirt kicking up on the visor there, it changes. Everything's hunky. Oh man, even in a charity event, I want to win. So everybody's going to be pushing along. So it should be fairly the same rules tonight. For the fixed 360s, whether we're at Limaland or Eldora. But we're kind of watching the qualifying here, as right now Tyler Wilson is holding the pole at this point. Only about 30 seconds left, and I don't see anybody else out there trying to lay any more times down. Looks like Stephen Goldner and Joseph Canellis have not come out to qualify. So right now I've got 26 guys out here on the charts here so far. We are looking at Brandon Ishkanyon in the number 19. Right now, I'm showing him as the only guy out there on the track, so we'll just kind of keep an eye on him.
He better hurry if he doesn't get across that start-finish line, get a lap in. He's already got one in, so that'll be his lap.
Yeah, this definitely, if you got the time, dude, man, go ahead and get enough push through to go ahead and see what we can do on this one. All right, lining up here for Heat 1. Let's go ahead. Come on. There we go. Getting a couple guys out there right now. Let's take a look. Brendan Lacey and Roger Craig starting in the first heat here. Jack Clevenger and Tyler Wilson, 3 and 4. John Hine, you're going to be out there with the man in the 747. So John Hine, the 71, starting 5th. Barry Goldner in 6th, and Stephen Goldner in 7th. Boy, are you surrounded.
Yeah, and then first heat where there's a bunch of tack on the track, everybody's going to be going the same speed. Going to be very, very, very difficult to pass here in this first one. Everyone will be pretty even. As we get a couple of heats in, you'll start to see the track start to change, and you'll see probably too wide. Guys will start to have options on where they can go to pass and that. So this one here is just stand on it and hold on.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. I know a lot of drivers out there that kind of have their way out there really during any part of these races here. That 4:14 in the front of Brennan Lacey, super fast. May have actually taken a slower qualifying time. That way you could end up probably close to the front row of one of these heats. So, and another fast one, Stephen Goldner, is actually going to be kind of riding a little bit catty corner to you here. Is really going to be trying to lay some fast times down, but boy, I don't know, man. I'm already liking the start here to tonight because the mix-up we're seeing here. I've got a lot of fast guys and a lot of guys I haven't seen race a bunch, like Tyler Wilson, the 042. But let's see what we can get going as they line up for the green flag here. Only 8 laps in this heat. Brendan Lacey and Roger Craig in the front row. Man, already toward the top is Tyler Wilson going ahead and getting into that cushion. Oof! Hits the right rear tire of Jack Clevenger, bucks the car. John Hines sees it going and dives toward the bottom. So interesting to see. Yeah, I see exactly what you mean here, John. Everybody kind of racing around in a fixed setup. Y'all almost look kind of blocky. Everybody not really able to throw it in there as hard as you would think.
Yeah, and there's a preferred line when you're out here. If you're a little bit off that line, there's not a whole lot you can do. But like I said, you give it a heat race or two, and that'll change here. So most of these guys are going to ride around. There's a good battle here in front of me, though, with Tyler and Clevenger here. Clevenger's up top, and he's really using the momentum. Let's see if I can go up here and make this work any. But he taps the wall a little bit out there. But Tyler has got the bottom going, and looks like Jack's going to prevail for right now.
Yeah, kind of definitely riding into that cushion for the push off there. They kind of switch up positions here, but Jack Clevenger still stays toward the front. Oof.
Oh, Jack caught the wheel. Yeah.
Got off the tire there, bounced the car. So now he's going to be praying he holds on to third here for the last 2 laps of this heat. Clevenger loses it here to Tyler Wilson. We'll see if Tyler Wilson has anything to recover. Lacey's still out in front by almost a second and a half. At this point, Roger Craig will be second. Right now, the whole heat has been these 2 guys right here, Tyler Wilson, Jack Clevenger. As Tyler Wilson goes ahead, conquers that 3rd place position. Clevenger 4th, Hine 5th, and the both Goldners, Barry and Stevens 6 and 7 in the back. Let's go ahead and take a look at our next heat here, Heat 2. Jeffrey Kemper, Kyle Moonen. All right, I see a lot of Kyle Moonen, especially in NASCAR, in that 24 car. Let's see Greg Boydell and Riley Burr, 3 and 4. Andrew Smith will be starting 5th. Justin Wright and Joseph Canellis, 6 and 7. We'll see if Joseph Canellis is able to take the field here tonight.
Yeah, and I think by the time this heat's done, you're going to see guys be able to move around a little bit. The last couple laps there, I was starting to really get some good runs up top there, and those guys were doing the same still on the bottom here, but look for it to change here. Look for maybe that preferred line might actually shift to be the top side from the get-go. Well, Moonen will find out, I can tell you that.
Yeah, 100%. Moonen definitely knows how to push the limits of each car he gets in. I know, especially watching him during the NASCAR stuff, he makes a lane. If he can't find it, he'll make one. So we'll see how he pushes through here as he's behind the pace truck at this point. Gonna go ahead and calmly go around a couple more turns here, and I'm gonna have my eyes here on Jeffrey Kemper in the 181. Oh, as he pushes Moonen a little up the track there, good angle. Away he goes. Jeffrey Kemper gonna see if he can stay out in front of Kyle Moonen, but slide job. Kyle Moonen down toward the bottom, makes the block, gets around. Riley Burr is around from 3 and 4 into the wall, so that is definitely gonna set him up for failure in the feature. Got a long way to go to get that done. Kyle Moonen has figured out how to get in the lead. Around Jeffrey Kemper he did. That puts Greg Boydell into 3rd and Justin Wright 4th. Interesting.
Yeah, they're not all the way. Yeah, they're not all the way to the top yet, but they're definitely higher than what they were the last heat race here.
Yeah, definitely, and we'll have to see. Even during the warm-up here, John is kind of wondering, how scuffed up it'll be, how much, how much more matted down it's going to get, and I'm wondering if anybody has really the tenacity to take that Terry Landis line there toward the bottom.
Oh, you'll see some guys do it. Brennan Lacey will probably do it. Terry will do it. There'll be a few more that can do that and do it well, actually. So, yeah, don't sleep on that bottom line here. And even the middle line here can come in for a period, too. So, later on tonight, it'll be real fun to watch the feature here. Or actually drive the feature. I guess you'll be watching.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're taking a look here at Justin White. Oof. Is that thing Greg Boydell? I believe that's who it was. That might have been Kemper.
Kemper.
Yeah. Kemper got hammered into the wall there, and that's going to do it. I believe we're up for the white flag here. Kyle Moonen, away he goes. Justin Wright will be in the second position. Greg Boydell hanging on to third, and I think everybody else is pretty spread out here. And the three Canadians, Greg Boydell, Andrew Smith, and Riley Burr. That is going to end Heat 2. I think this will sling us into Heat 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Sure will.
Yeah, man, oh man. I like that. Normally on that on the Topside Tuesdays, we get a little thin out there, so I'm lucky if I get 2. All right, let's take a look at Heat 3.
You're gonna get 4 tonight.
Ooh, all right. Well, let's go ahead and start the third one here with Dean Reynolds starting in the first position. Jeff Barker in the 513 starting second. Brandon Dittmer in third position. My wife's favorite paint job with Joseph Grandy in the 518. John Rayner will be starting fifth, and Brandon Ishkanyon out here going to give it a shot here on the dirt. So good to see him out here. Man, oh man, oh man.
I've talked to Ish a little bit here, and I can tell you right now, he might very well do well. I mean, he's a good driver and whatnot, but I promise you, he's out of his comfort zone right now.
Yeah. I'll admit, I've given dirt a try here, John, and in the street stocks, I feel the car's too heavy, and I can't get enough speed. Because if I get in a faster car, I was racing, I think, Bristol dirt in the trucks, and I found it much easier to handle the more power I had underneath the pedal. So it's just I don't know. That's the only way. That's the way I found it. I could hardly drive that street stock. But we're gonna see that later on here tonight as Jeff Barker and Dean Reynolds is gonna take it off here. Let's see how Dino does. And start by him. Oh, they're already tangling up. Brandon Dittmer sent it on the inside there. Ooh, Grandy and the wall. Man, definitely mixing up. I wonder if the track is starting to change up here a little bit as these guys are starting to get a little weird. Sliding around and hammering the wall already into lap 1.
Yeah, tire spin is now becoming an issue. So guys are not able just to hold their pedal down now. You're going to have to work that throttle a little bit to go fast.
Yeah, Brandon Dittmer coming from third position, now battling for the lead on the inside Dino, and he's holding. Look, check that out. Inside lines coming in here. So right now, Brandon Dittmer, a lot of speed he's got down toward the bottom, and he's got it right at this point. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's Marty on the side of his car.
It's Marty.
Oh, oh, okay, and that must be the screaming slide job on the shark on the side. Oh, man. All right, now we know who's the funny guy out here. Oh, love it. All right, let's rotate back here to Grandy, who's battling out with Jeff Barker. Yeah, Joseph Grandy still using that cushion here, John.
Yeah, and they're all the way to the top now almost. They're not to the wall yet, but to the top, and that's going to be the quick way around here. And that's going to be that way for a while here. You're going to have to push it up all the way to the wall where guys are having to actually get out of the throttle for a significant amount of time to keep it off the wall. Before that bottom will come back in.
Oh, yeah. So Heat 3 ends with Brandon Dittmer, Dean Reynolds, Grandy, Barker, Rayner, and finishing off with Brandon Ishkanyon there. So that's going to do it for them. Oh, man, Heat 4. Let's take a look here at Heat 4. Gary Taylor, Richard Holland, Andy Patton. Oh, man, there's Devo. Donovan Ross starting in that fourth position with Steven Bixler sitting fifth. Zach Chapman just won the championship in the Xfinity Series. Good to see his 72 car out here. So going to give it a shot here. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, John, Zach races on Mondays.
He does. He's I think in the Rebels. So yeah, he's a Monday driver, and he actually is a late model driver. He's a teammate of mine. He's a gambler driver, and he runs late models quite a bit with us, and um, he's pretty good on that asphalt too.
Alrighty. We'll see how we get it done. Devo already going up there and trying to figure out how much cushion is there toward the top. I saw him riding in the rubble there a bit, trying to figure out how bumpy it's going to be. Definitely saw a jock in his car around there. I'm assuming he is not going to take off in that. Pace car lights are off, so we'll go around this final turn here and let's get underway. Let's sit with Devo for a little bit. See how we get going here. Barney with the green flag in his hand. Ooh, man. Take a look at Devo getting started off here. He unfortunately lost the spot. Looked like he got jammed up there by Holland.
Yeah, he's gonna go right to the top here. Those guys are below, and
well, that's gonna do it for Devo there.
Unless one of these other cats have an issue, yeah, probably so.
Wow, Stephen.
I tell you, the battle for the lead. There's something might go down here with Patton and Gary Taylor. Those cats are fighting for it.
Oh yeah, just floated up here. I was about to say something. I was like, holy cow. Andy Patton taking the bottom line there, trying to see if he can get an edge on that 34 of Gary Taylor. Gary Taylor getting trying to run away with it now. Notice he was under pressure, so time to push a little harder. The lead is not so easy to keep. Yeah, Limaland definitely with this mixing bowl style kind of racetrack here. You see how, ooh, man, it's Richard Holland in the 116 starts sending it in there.
Yeah, this is actually one of my favorite tracks. It's one of the tracks iRacing has that I've actually raced on in real life, and just a great track. It's a great track to come spectate. It's a great track to visit if you're ever in the western part of Ohio. It's actually about an hour and a half north of Eldora.
Oh, wow. Okay, so these guys don't have to travel too much, but talk about losing the lead here. Gary Taylor got a little nasty between 3 and 4. Lost the lead here, so now Andy Patton is able to skate right on through for the heat win here of Heat 4. Richard Holland will come second. Gary Taylor third. Zach Chapman in the fourth. And Devo, after a mix-up there with Steven Bixler, will end up fifth. Bixler comes in the final shot. Oh, man, B main. So, John, for all our racers out there, B main, what does this mean?
Go or go home. I don't know how many transferred. I should have looked before I got in here.
All right, we're definitely gonna keep an eye on that and see how it goes.
I think a couple will go home. So it's especially for the guys up front. You want to better your starting position in the feature. But if you're in a transfer spot and not safely in transfer spots, you want to not put yourself in any kind of real danger or anything to have happen to where you can get taken out or whatever. So you tend to race a little smarter. It's almost like points racing. You don't want to put yourself in a bad position and cost yourself a chance to race later.
Alrighty, well, John Hine, you were in a good spot starting in the first position here in the B main here. Riley Burr will be second, John Rayner third, Donovan Ross in the fourth. Barry Goldner and Jeffrey Kemper will be out there in 5 and 6. Brandon Ishkane starting 7th, and Steven Bixler, we saw that 75, spun out a little bit on that start, ended up dead last of the last heat. Steven Goldner into 9th, and Joseph Canellis in 10th. So right now I'm seeing both Goldners in here, not looking good. I've got to, boy, and if there's one place I would not want to be, to me, it's in the B main. Of course, I'd want more practice, but this is kind of elimination time. I would much rather get in the heats, know I'm in the feature, and just be able to kind of take it easy here and give it a shot. So, John, you are on the bottom. Green flag is out. 71 machine toward the bottom. He's going to try to run away with this one. But he's got a couple drivers there behind him. Devo high side. Big run. As it looks like Riley Burr holding that inside. Pinches John into the wall here. Whoa, Devo in the wall. John in the wall. Oh, no. John is in 4th place. Might be that cutoff spot here, as he's got to try to stay here in front of Steven Bixler, who's down on the bottom. 75 rotates to the bottom. Jams Steven Goldner, allowing John to squeak away. Looking at John into the cushion toward the top, seeing if he can get a push off on the turn. And he does. Front end looks a little blocky for some of these drivers here, but Steven Goldner's figuring it out. He's following the same tall line. John Hines sneaking in behind Jeffrey Kemper. And right now, Riley Burr and Devo out there, just no problem. Just kind of following along each other, saying, you know what? If we can let's just get to the final. Let's just stay clean. No sense in trying to kill each other. Not the way we're seeing back here for 3, 4, and 5. John Hine, Kemper, and Goldner right now. Goldner is now resurrected. Back from the back. John toward the top. Ooh. Clips the wall. Back into Kemper again. John creating a new lane.
Yeah, just got shoved into the wall. Not a whole lot I can do about that.
Alrighty. Well, I think that 71 car might be out of here. Boy. Man, oh man. All right, now, John, nice deep breath as we're going to take a look here at Jeffrey Kemper in the 181 here. Looks like he's going to squeak through on this lap. Only 2 left to go. John Rayner in the 6th. Brandon Ishkan, you see if he can do something here in that 19. Definitely looking a lot better as the white flag is out. Steven Goldner, 8 positions up so far. Initiates the slide job. And he gets him. 17 thousandths of a second, he beats Riley Burr. Donovan Ross comes 3rd. Steven Bixler 4th. Wow, wow, wow. All right, everybody getting kind of squared away for the warm-up here. And John, what a heat here, man. what a wild running it was here right toward the end.
Yeah, and I gotta keep telling myself, yep, we're here for charity, because I'm telling you, I got steam coming out of my ears.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, I have you in the booth, and I hate seeing that we just watched it happen. I always hate that. Yep. I'm like, oh no, oh no, oh
yeah, no. It's one of those things that I just don't know why we're pinching guys into walls here, you know, and transfer spots are safe and that kind of stuff, but whatever. But that's all right. Got pinched in the wall twice, so there'll be other chances.
Alrighty. We'll keep an eye on that. Hey, since you're one of the admins out here, maybe you could do me a favor. Tell me how many cutoff spots I'm supposed to have here.
It's a good question.
I was gonna say, because if I have too few drivers out here tonight, you might have squeaked in anyway.
No, I'm not in it. I finished 9th. They took 8 in that one, so yeah, I was the only one that I got taken out. So there's just nothing I could do.
No.
So I was the one guy that didn't make it.
Well, I don't know. Is this a commentator's curse when you're up here with me?
No, there's no curse there. It's just like I said. I don't know. I got to tread lightly here. I'll probably get myself in trouble.
Yes, sir. I understand. So, Limaland, maybe you'll be able to give it another shot here at Eldora. I definitely expect to see, to me, the Enduro race that's going to be coming up next. It's I've had some success in those kind of races, but man, it's not it ain't easy by any means.
No, and I got half a mind. I'll probably enter that and wait and see if certain people join and maybe pay a little back on that one.
There you go. Oh man, so I hear you're turning into a missile out there. Target lock on the 181, huh?
Well, not just him, but in all fairness to Kemper, Jeff and I race each other quite a bit, and I know Jeff wasn't intentional. You know, we pushed a lot in that truck, or that, I don't know if it was Xfinity or truck race last week. You know, we were up front, and I like running around Jeff. He's usually on the ball here. Like I said, just more mad about the situation than, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's tough, man, but that's the whole thing. Is it's the racing mentality. As soon as you're behind the wheel, man, everything changes. Regardless,
absolutely.
If you know, and your name's on the car, your number's out there, and you want to be in the front. You know, last thing I want to do is, you know, have you know the the mindset of, oh, okay, well, I've seen the 71 before. He'll always be in the back. No, man, you know me for being in the front, and that's what you're gonna see. So definitely, I feel you, bud. I know exactly how you feel.
Plus, my biggest my biggest problem is, and I should figure out a way to correct this because it's probably not healthy, but I'm one of those guys that hates losing more than I like winning. So,
Well, at least you
anyway,
have chances to win.
yeah, I suppose. But hey, we got a good field of cars here, and we got some good names in here. This is gonna be an exciting event.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's go ahead and get right to them, starting with Brennan Lacey and Kyle Mooning, starting in the front row. Brandon Dittmer and Andy Patton, 3 and 4. Roger Craig, Justin White, starting row 3. Row 4 will be Dean Reynolds and Richard Holland. Row 5 will be Tyler Wilson and Greg Boydell. Finishing 11th and 12th here will be Joseph Grandy and Gary Taylor. Let's go ahead and rotate to the back chunk of the field. Jack Clevenger and Andrew Smith, 13 and 14. Jeff Barker and Zach Chapman, 15 and 16. Steven Goldner, he made it. Definitely from that last, that B main there, he's able to squeak it by. Riley Burr will be 18th, Devo 19th, Steven Bixler in the 20th. Jeffrey Kemper will be the 21st position starter here with John Rayner in the 22nd. Barry Goldner 23rd, and Brandon Ishkanyon squeaked it out here for the feature finale here in the 24th position at number 19. Made it. I'm blown away at this point. That was he definitely squeaked through. I'm not saying he didn't have the opportunity and he can't, but man, just talk about by the skin of his teeth and one position. We're gonna go ahead and get the get this tower up for you guys. That way you guys can see everything going on out there. Nice split times by all our drivers out here so far. If I'm not mistaken, the top 10 guys are split less than 0.4 of a second, so it should be a good running here as we get going. Brennan Lacey toward the bottom, starting to utilize the bottom line. Pace truck gets out of the way quick. Man, oh man, oh man, we got him 3-4 wide now. Oh, I'm keeping an eye here on Dean Reynolds.
Oh, Devo's around, and a couple of guys back there around. We got a caution.
Oh, man. Yeah, I got a bunch showing up here on the ticker. Let me see if we can roll this back here real quick. Showing a John Rayner problem first. Let's see what happens here.
Well, it was actually in front of him. It started with the 513 and Riley Burr. Riley Burr's once again right down on Barker's door there, and that just is not going to allow a car to rotate. And as soon as Barker rotated, got Riley upset, and then it was on.
Man, so many cars out here. Oh, boom.
Yeah, I mean, it's lap one. It's one of those things. I mean, you can race close like that, and I could get it if it was like 5 or 6 to go. But lap one, you got to give each other room, especially when you're packed up like that, because it's just really, really difficult and to really kind of get sorted out and try racing that hard. But I'll tell you, Steven Bixler, he just passed my location here and didn't look like he was pitting, but his right front tire is not pointed in the right direction, and they're getting ready to go green.
Boy, yeah, Steven Bixler in the 75. We'll see if he can fare well and stay alive. Away we go. Wait for it. Oh, little blink there by Brandon Dittmer there.
Yeah, they held the lap, held the thing for one extra lap. We're going to go green now. And, man, those guys in the back are almost a lap down. That leader is going to be in the back of the pack as we go green here within probably about 2 to 3 laps.
Yeah, it is definitely squeezing as we take a zoom out here. You see the very guys in the back. Brendan Lacey now starting to reel him in. So it's going to be pretty close here. John Rayner and Bixler have got to figure out how to find some speed as Brendan Lacey already hitting lap traffic here.
Yeah, and they're staying on the bottom and staying out of the way, and John Rayner pulled in there, and he had enough, I suppose.
Yeah, it looked like he may have spun out there, hitting one of the tires as well, trying to calm down, get out of the way. Lacey toward the top here. On the outside here is Steven Bixler, but man, we are back under caution here.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was Kemper or if it was Gary Taylor. They both were sideways. They didn't really wreck, but they got real sideways. And Lima is notorious for throwing that caution if you get that car pitched dead sideways.
Yep, taking a look at the 181 here. Yep, 181. Oh no, oh my gosh. How'd he miss him? Yeah, it might be a little weird for him there.
Man, I cannot believe Steven Bixler's not coming in the pits. Oh, now it looks like he might come in there. He missed the cone, so he's probably going to get a penalty on top of it. But you had to feel that car probably was not turning for him.
Yeah.
It's good that he got fixed up.
Yeah, we're taking a look at that 75. Pretty quick on the jump there. I want to hurry up, and I think that would be one of the things about starting single file here, man. It just definitely makes it tough. It doesn't make it easy for the back end of the field, but we're back under green here, John.
Yeah, you take the green, you're almost a half a lap, if not further down.
Good Lord, I think we're already tangling up again. I think
sure
Riley Burr's in this one.
Yeah, Riley's been in a few of them tonight.
All right, let's take a look here, top side at Riley Burr. See what's going on here. Up in the cushion, trying to get around Ish Canyon here. Oh, actually, somebody was upside down. 34. Yeah, 34.
Yeah, it looked like Zach
Taylor
Chapman. Yeah, it looked like Zach Chapman, Gary Taylor got into it, and and it got Taylor up over, and Burr had just committed to where he was going, and once you commit on dirt, it's not like asphalt where you can step on the brake and get that car woed up. He just had nowhere to go.
So what is it going to take here to get these guys back double file?
Well, number one, it's a sprint car, so we never go double file in these cars. I would like to see it, but as you're seeing, they're having a little trouble here starting out on a single file. So right now, I'd be a little thankful if we're getting ready to go back green.
Yeah, all right. Brendan Lacey and Brandon Dittmer still 1 and 2. Andy Patton in the third, and Kyle Moonen into fourth. Kyle Moonen's actually fallen off a couple positions here. Definitely the leading of cautions here is not helping his cause at any point. Let's see how Joseph Grandy's doing here toward the back, as he's got a field of cars in front of him. Right now, I believe he's working on the outside here of Boydell, if I'm not mistaken there. Definitely got Joseph Grandy trying to get some work here on the outside. Let's rotate up a little bit and see how Roger Craig is doing. And Roger's trying to utilize the bottom line. Whoa, as the 79 dives toward the inside. Look like those two made contact. Dean Reynolds.
Yeah, that was close there.
Yeah, definitely trying to figure out how to get around here. Richard Holland in the 116 got a little bit of a blink in there. Got to be careful. Not sure where he is, but he's able to get back down. But you want to talk about man on the move. 9 positions at this point.
We got another caution here. Oh. It's like Bixler and Kemper over in turn 4.
All right. I don't like it when you say that. All right, let's take a look here at Stephen Bixler.
Kemper.
Here.
Looks like Kemper got a little loose on corner exit and was kind of chasing it down the hill, and Bixler was committed to being there, and not really a whole lot they can do, and they just make a little bit of contact, get turned around.
That's almost the exact same place Kemper got turned around last time. I brought out the last caution. So
and it's slick. I mean, when I was out there practicing earlier, when the track got beat up like this, throttle control is just really, really big. If you goosed it a little bit, got a little greedy, that car would step out on you pretty quick.
Boy, oh boy. Yeah, definitely. Wonder what these guys can do to kind of change their strategy at this point. Just kind of was getting caution.
Yeah.
Finally started getting a couple greens down there. Originally, you only get about 2 laps in. But, it's starting to stretch out a little bit.
They have tools inside the car. They can move that big wing forward or back, and right now they should probably try moving it back. It'll tighten the car up and maybe not make them so sideways. I'm sure most of them already got their wings back, though, as we go green.
All right, back underway we go. Kyle Moonen toward the top. Trying to see if he can get a little more turn exit. But Lacey doing the same thing. Lacey almost riding up the wall. Very, very close. Like I said, I've seen multiple times where Lacey here in the 414. So fast out there. But, man, it's short-lived. If he can survive to the end, he'll win it. But, man, he ends up totaling out each time, as he's already got a half a second lead here on the rest of the field. Let's take a look here. Looks like Greg Boydell having a little trouble here down the track. But we're trying to see what we can get done here, John. And definitely, I think somebody just checked up here around that Devo area. Yeah, Dean Reynolds having some trouble here on the bottom in the 79 car. I don't know if he has some damage. That thing's looking a little weird getting around the track.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just getting a little loose for him or if that bottom's going away, because that's the one thing, and it's one thing I like about dirt. You can run a lane for a while and your car just feels great. You know, you're passing guys, and about 5-10 laps later, all of a sudden you can't even hang on to your car in that lane because, well, it slicks up, all the grip is gone, and then you got to go look for it. You got to go find somewhere else to run.
Yeah, absolutely. As we are broken over that halfway point here in the race. Steven Goldner still on the move, up 12 positions, is now broken into the top 5. That, of course, him being in that 5th position, now trying to run down Justin White in the 23. But lapped cars are happening, but that's not going to matter at this point here, John. We're back under caution.
I can't tell if that is who that is right there, almost at the flag stand. They're definitely pointed in the wrong direction.
Yeah, I've got a couple issues here. Lap 11, it says I had a Gary Taylor problem here.
Yeah, but Gary was stopped off the track on the backstretch there, but Riley Burr was sitting right in the middle of the front stretch here.
Yeah. Well, lap 11 shows Gary Taylor. I got Gary Taylor again here on 15, and then Riley Burr brought out the caution on 11. Ooh,
yeah, Riley.
Man.
Yeah, he just tapped the wall and got around.
All right, let me take a look here at Riley Burr here. Oh, yep. Oh, man. That's all right. Hey, yeah. Really, safest thing you could do is kind of bring it to a stop there. So, good thing.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. And hold your brake so everybody that's coming out of turn 4 can see where you're sitting and, make a plan to get around them.
Yeah, I'd much rather it be like that than somebody trying to spin it back around on the track. I've already, like you said, committed here on dirt. I can't really make that recorrection on that turn exit, and then if he decides to turn up toward the wall, that'd have been it. But man, definitely cautions don't last long here. They push him back to green as Brendan Lacey with another restart here. A little slow on the bottom. Look like he might have gotten into the muck there. He's gonna have to try to battle, and you see, look at that, right off the bat, back into the top row and back down toward the bottom. Definitely looking slick out here, John.
Yep. Yeah, and that's what running in the day will do. The tracks will slicken up. You won't get as much moisture in it. And iRacing, that's on purpose. iRacing is set up like that, just like real life. You get out in the sun, it'll dry out the track a little quicker and present a challenge. But these guys up front are definitely answering the call here and doing an outstanding job.
Yeah, Kyle Moonen there got a little nasty out of 3 and 4 here. He's kind of trying his best to battle back on the front side as the 83 of Brandon Dittmer was trying to slice toward the inside. But Kyle Moonen's still hanging out in front of the 83 machine here. So far, so good. 83 of Brandon Dittmer, keeping an eye on him as he's now going to be battling here with Steven Goldner, who's now up 14 positions into the top 3. So right now, Steven Goldner's just about flipped the field here.
Yeah, Goldner's showing why he's absolutely one of the best we have here in this league in these cars.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. He almost has that Aiden Young mindset, though. Aiden Young, he doesn't qualify, but comes all the way from the back to the front. Looks like everybody's trying to slice around Brandon Ishkanyon here, who's rocking down on the bottom of the track. And definitely when you're kind of falling back like Ishkanyon is, I can't blame him. You still want to race, but it's kind of hard finding a lane when the entire track is taken by everybody else. As we're 3 wide here with Goldner Dittmer. Oh
yeah,
man.
But Brandon's doing the classy thing though. He's staying down, he's out of the way. It's good to see that.
Yeah, Brandon Dittmer here with the slider. Oh, yep, that's gonna bring out a caution. Oh, that's going to bring out a caution.
Oh, that's going to pile a few guys up.
Yeah, and the piling still continues here. Looks like somebody is going to have to tow. Let's go ahead and take another look at that. Justin Wright getting turned around here.
Yeah, he sure did, and it looks
definitely not a mashup here. Let's go ahead and speed it up a little bit and see who else he collects.
Oh, yeah, he and Dittmer just got together there. He was, yeah, of turn 3. Justin Wright was there. I mean, he was doing a good job there, but yeah, Dittmer slid up inside him. Dittmer got into the wall. Actually, Dittmer got into the wall and then down and touched Justin. And not a whole lot Justin can do, but then, yeah, Dean Reynolds and Zach and Jeff Barker, a whole bunch of them pile in there.
Oh, yeah, definitely plenty of cars out there, especially Jeff Barker. Hate seeing him get knocked out there in that 513 machine, but
yeah,
a lot of guys starting to end up laps down here. Boy, green, 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 back away we go. As this is about to be a shootout, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Lap 30 of a 31-lap feature. This should be white flag this time by. Brendan Lacey still holding out strong. At this point, Lacey into the wall. Man, Lacey's just got 2 more turns to get it done. Toward the top he holds. Yes, he does. That should be Lacey for the win. That's going to bring Kyle Moonen into second and Stephen Goldner third. Wow. Stephen Goldner bringing it into third place. Not too shabby.
Not at all. Good race there to the end.
All righty. We'll bring up our results as soon as everybody squares up for the feature here. Get everybody wrangled up. See who all we have here. Kyle Moonen, Lacey, and Goldner. I don't think any of these guys are normally over here. I gotta wait for them to come to me.
Yeah, no, they're usually in their own Discord.
Man. We gotta get these guys their own channel, because with racing like that, definitely I want to make sure we keep up with them out here.
They have one. It's the second one down under the admin, the Vanderbilt Racing Team, but they choose us to shoot in their own.
Oh, what? Alrighty. That's going to do it here for our King of the Wing qualifier number 1. We're going to go ahead and catch up with our drivers here. If you guys hold on just a second, let's see if we can catch up with them. I might be able to actually catch up with a race winner here tonight. He might be the first one I can nab. Stephen Goldner. There he is. Stephen Goldner. Man, dude, what a race this was here, bud.
Yeah, it was a fun race. That was sure. It's a good track to, pass some cars at. A lot of racing lines there.
Yeah, dude. All right, talk to me through this entire track, because coming up 14 positions and coming into a podium position, solid time here tonight. Is it easy here at Limaland for you?
I wouldn't say easy. When it gets that slick, it's never really easy. It's just you gotta know what line you need to hit and when you need to hit it. I paid a lot of attention to the track under cautions and kind of had a good idea on where I needed to be. And my car was good enough where I could go anywhere, and my ability was good enough tonight to where I could also go anywhere. So it was, fun passing all those cars. Kind of what I wanted to do, just going in tonight and try to have a little bit of fun with it.
All righty, man. Well, we got a wild night coming up, so go ahead and give me a shout-out, so let's get you ready for that Enduro race.
Yeah, I got to thank all the guys at Vanderbilt for everything they do with the team. Ross Cornett, Velocity Race Designs, Alex at ABR Setup Shots, Fits Perfect Photography, you guys for the broadcast, and Roger and everything for the league.
All righty, Stephen Goldner, thank you very much, bud, and we'll catch up with you next round.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, everybody, that is Stephen Goldner. Getting it done here for third place. That moves me to Kyle Moonen. I talked to Kyle Moonen a whole bunch. Kyle Moonen in the 24 car once again, bud. I meet you here in the booth. Tell me, what is the secret to getting around this track here tonight?
It was tough tonight. It 1 and 2 was pretty thin there. I get a little ground on Lacey when I didn't hit the fence, but I just had trouble keeping up with him.
All right, man. Definitely. I did see Brendan Lacey try to slice around there a little bit. I noticed you fell back but got up into the cushion just a little bit more and were able to get that turn exit you needed to stay out in front of the 83 machine of Brandon Dittmers. We're taking a little bit of a slow-mo here of you outrunning him here. Definitely great job here tonight, but we got an Enduro race coming up here, Kyle. Last question here, bud. Limaland or Eldora? Which one you favor more here tonight?
Probably Eldora. I would say I like both of them. I actually live here in Lima, so this Limaland's actually about 2 miles from my house or so. But
Alrighty.
Yep.
Dude, then give me your shout-outs. Let's get you ready, because Eldora is the last race for tonight.
Ross Crenette Velocity Race Design, all the guys at Bandy Built, you guys for the broadcast, and everyone for the league, and thanks to them for putting this event on.
All right, Kyle Moon, and I'll have my eyeballs out for that number 24. Great job tonight.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.
All righty, John Hine. That brings us to our last guy here. You're chasing down Brennan Lacey in the 414 car, and really go ahead and get a piece of mind and figure out what in the world he did to keep that thing fast here tonight.
Yeah, Brennan, this is John. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Well, man, another week, another win for you, and once again, fast. Saw you doing 2 different lines there, up top 3 and 4, and down the bottom 1 and 2. What went behind the decision to do the different lines there? What did you see, and how'd you attack it?
The fixed setup's definitely different here than what we run in, the Renegades and that open stat stuff and these wing cars. And, in the wing cars, I'm good both ends on the bottom, but I knew that 3 and 4, it gets a lot skinnier than 1 and 2 does on the bottom. And I know that more moisture is going to be there in 1 and 2. And I knew if I could get that car wound up and get it pointed, that I'm going to get more grip and point it straight at the wall going into 3 compared to somebody that's going to be hanging the right rears out off of 2 up there next to the wall. So I knew if I get a jump there and get it off and, get a couple tenths there going into 3, if I could run the same time with them and, same line in 3 and 4, I could maintain it there. And luckily it paid off in the end.
So when you go back over to the Bandy Built channel, what kind of bragging rights do you get to get? How much smack do you get to talk off something like that?
Actually, the funny thing is when we run the open stuff, I can't say really much because Goldner's the crew chief on that thing. So he tells me what to run. But, I love giving it to him, a great group of guys. It's the first time we've ran 1, 2, 3 in a while. And, luckily to do it in a special race like this for a charity event's pretty cool as well. But, yeah, it's a fun time with them boys going back there. Goldner's still trying to go for his first win of the season. He's not too happy right now, but we'll see if we can get him one here in these street stocks.
Well, all right then. We'll look for you and Moonin to plow the field and set him free.
I was gonna say I think I'm 4-time most incidents in the last 4 of these, so let's see what happens.
All right, my friend. Who would you like to give a shout out to?
Big thanks to Bandy Built, fantastic guys there. Big shout out to Moonin and a big shout out to Goldner as well. Goldner passing 14 cars, something like that, coming up to the 3rd. That's gonna lock us in where we want to be for this special event coming up tomorrow night at Knoxville, which is one of our better tracks, especially. So big shout out to them. Thanks to you guys coming up here doing this tonight on a Sunday on an off night. It's pretty cool to get a broadcast and stuff like this, and hopefully we can put you on a good show here coming out.
Absolutely, my friend. So good luck in the street stock, and we'll see you tomorrow night over in Knoxville.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. John. Man, it's awesome always talking to us, hearing about Brendan Lacey and Vanderbilt bringing able, 1, 2, and 3 here tonight. Awesome job by these guys. But everybody out there tuned in, hold on just a little while. We're going to cut away to a commercial break here, but we'll be right back for the Street Stock Enduro race. 50 laps, and boy, we're going to tell you all about it because it's definitely going to be a mix-up one. Mike's cold.
Hi, I'm Olivia Olson, Industrial Engineering Junior and club volleyball member here at Penn State. I'm very excited to say that Thon is right around the corner, just a month away. And for those of you that don't know, Thon is the largest student-run philanthropy in the entire world. They're committed to raising funds and supporting those who are affected by childhood cancer. This year, Thon is taking a very different meaning for me. Last March, just as the weather was getting ready to turn, we were all super excited to go play some more outdoor volleyball. One of my best buddies, Jesse King, went home for a routine checkup. Fast forward 60 days later, and he's just waking up from a medically induced coma. 6 months later, he's just being released from the hospital after being diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Now, kid's a fighter. He made it through chemo, radiation, and he's currently battling his way through extensive cognitive and physical therapies. He's doing great. He's finally letting out some of that personality that we've all been missing for so long. Luckily, the King family, thanks to 4 Diamonds, has yet to see a medical bill. There are a lot of families that can say the same out of all the good that's come out of this. So if you would like to join me and Club Volleyball in the fight against childhood cancer, please click the link to donate. Any size donation makes a world of difference for the King family and families alike. If donating at this time isn't the best option for you, please, 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 please share this video, because the more eyes on it, the better, and every dollar truly does make a difference. In addition, any thoughts, prayers, good vibes are always greatly appreciated, because we just want our best buddy back at school with us. All that being said, please always remember to never take anything for granted. Tell the people around you that you love them loud and often, and even the smallest acts can make a world of difference. Many thanks and lots of love from me and the Club Volleyball family and all of those being supported by Thon and Four Diamonds.
Good day, everyone. Today I wanted to talk about Movember. So Movember was started in 2003 in Australia and has become worldwide. For those unfamiliar, Movember is all about awareness of health issues for men. So a lot of men grow mustaches in Movember. That's where the name came from. And just so you know, I plan on celebrating Movember by having my prostate hocked out. So first of all, the prognosis is good because of early detection. So, and as a result of that, I have decided to declare myself the Coast2Coast Racing League Movember poster child for 2022. On a more serious note here, you know, the average age of our league is 41. So if you're on the top side of that, you need to get tested regularly. I'm talking PSA tests, the rubber glove, 2 seconds of discomfort for maybe a lifetime of living. Also, colonoscopies, every 5 or 10 years or whatever your doctor recommends, but you need to get those done. So just reminding everybody, it's something men aren't comfortable talking about or doing. Everybody thinks they're a tough guy. let's go out and get tested for the sake of yourself, but more importantly, for the sake of your family. And, as they say, the life you save may be your own. So we're all in this together, guys. Reach out. You can reach out to me, or more importantly, reach out to your doctor. And in closing, I just want to, I want to know if Marty Sakala is going to grow a mustache for Movember.
All right, everybody, you guys see out there during this race what kind of race this is probably going to be. This is going to be my first one of these. I've actually won a couple of enduro races, but the enduro races are a little bit different than one you would expect. This type of enduro race here tonight is actually going to be 50 laps of the street stock. We're going to be at Cedar Lake here tonight, but here's the key. There's going to be no damage. There's going to be no cautions. And oh, what? What do you mean, John? There's damage.
Yeah, there's damage. You have to take a pit. You may have to go to the pits and get a new car. And oh yeah, the damage is on.
Well, right now it is looking like Demolition Derby as we're taking a look here at Dan McLaren, who just got sent into the fence. Okay, well at least maybe that's a positive. Is there's going to be some damage. Fortunately, they are out here driving tanks. Especially what they, for what they are out here, but that is going to get us to, good lord. Yeah, that's, I hope, I have a good feeling that is what we're going to see most here of tonight. You wouldn't believe it, but I've got 29 drivers locked and loaded for this one. So I think everybody has definitely waited up for this, and, John, talk to me about qualifying. Is it worth it?
No, it's not, but I'm going to go out anyway. I don't know. I don't know what's worse, being up in the front because you're going to have a target on your back, or being in the back and you're going to have to figure out a way to get around probably a blocked track.
Yeah, I definitely see a few stumble ups here. Man, that definitely throws a wrench in the spoke because I definitely thought this was going to be auto healing here.
No.
Okay, because that would be even crazier. I've done the auto healing ones, and at least if you get tangled up or spun around, man, just straighten the car back on and get back going.
Nope. You gotta go back and get yourself a new car. So you could be 5 laps down at one point, but stay clean for a while, and you might end up figuring you're out and you're in the front.
Yeah, well, definitely if you're in the lead, everybody is looking to take you out. And right now, fastest on the track is Dan McLaren in the 88. We're taking a look at him right now. Right now, he's got the pole at this point. Definitely a good job by him so far. Only 27 thousandths of a second as I've got that popped up there. All right, over Stephen Goldner. Ryan Beagle in the third. Lacey in the fifth. Justin Wright into fourth. Got about another minute and a half here of qualifying. Definitely, this is going to be wild. This is going to be a wild race here at Cedar Lake.
Yeah, and the one thing that I'd watch for is you heard Brennan Lacey kind of talk about it a second ago. There's a team aspect to this.
So we got a couple of guys who are missiles and somebody's the jet.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You know, the salty dogs, you know, I'm sure they'll, you know, one of those guys might very well, and they might wait for a while to see who's up front. Once somebody gets up front, then the rest act as blockers for the guy that's up towards the front. And, yeah, there, you know, I'd hate to be an independent driver because you'd be out there on your own. And I got Zach Chapman here, you know, my teammate in this one too, and I'll make sure I look out for him.
Man, oh man.
And Donovan Ross, I think, is just in the driver chat. I'm pretty sure that he's putting a hit list out. So, and I think I'm at the top of it actually.
Oh, look at that! Isaac Salas is out here tonight. I didn't see him earlier. So I've got 30 drivers now. Let's see if Kelly Wheeler locks in. Like we were talking before, it might just not be worth the qualify. Just let it go.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, Donovan in the team chat there put a hit list out. So, yeah, these guys are on it. They're going to have fun with it. And I guess Donovan didn't appreciate me just putting him in the wall. I don't know why. I just, you know, he was there. He's a buddy of mine.
Definitely wanted to push it. So, all right, out there in the chat. I haven't gotten to it here in a while, but Stella, you seem to be the one blowing it up here tonight. John, I am impressed that you drive that race and call it at the same time. Kudos. And then in that in-car review with Devo was wild, so fast, and yes, oh my goodness, this is carnage. Yes, it's gonna be. It's gonna be. If these guys can get linked up, it's gonna be wild. Wow. I was gonna say, I think you are sitting 10th. John Chapman is in 9th, and I'm looking at Goldner and Lacey are 4 and 6. See if any of the salty dogs got closer. See, Roger Craig sitting 13th, but I know Rayner, Canellis, Bixler, Olson, yeah, and Calder. These guys are toward the little closer to the back. I think Rayner's the closest one, the 302, if I'm not mistaken, in the 21st. So definitely, if you're talking about team aspect, this could be it's gonna get ugly quick.
Yeah, it's going to, and evidently by the people calling out. I mean, everyone's calling their the shots already in this team chat. So I keep seeing my name or my number come up a lot here. So I guess I should make sure that my next of kin is filled out and all insurance policies are up to date.
Oh yeah. As we get this one underway, I think the race is getting locked and loaded here. Let's go ahead and get this crazy one underway. Isaac Salas, Dan McLaren 1 and 2, Justin Wright, Stephen Goldner 3 and 4, Ryan Beagle, Brennan Lacey, Brandon Dittmer, and Greg Boydell. Here in the front, Zach Chapman 9, John Hine will be 10th, Andrew Smith and Donovan Ross row 6. Let's rotate to the next clutch of guys. Man, this is going to be a mess. Roger Craig, Richard Holland, 13 and 14. Jeffrey Kemper in the 181 and 15th. So, John, you got to hit the brakes if you want to get even. Barry Goldner in the 16th. Andy Patton, 17th. Brandon Ish Canyon into 18th. Pat Boyce 19th, and Jack Clevenger bringing the back of the top 20 up. That brings us to John Rayner in the 21, Joseph Canellis 22, Preston Cranmer. Good to see him out here in the 23, and Gary Taylor 24th. That brings Ed Harris 25th, Steven Bixler 26th, Kyle Moonen 27th, and Roland Olson 28th. And the final 15th row here, Bill Calder in the 29th position with Kelly Wheeler sitting in the 30th. This is going to be, to me, from the outside looking in here, this is exactly what you want. Let the Coast to Coast Racing League get their, to me, this is frustration week.
Watch it. Yeah, I've drawn first blood here. They're killing us.
They're killing each other in the back, guys. They're already wrecking here in the back. Oh no!
I just backed into Donovan just to make a point.
Alrighty. Well, we are going to. Boy, oh
I think Roger jumped out of line and tagged Donovan.
Oh, the 414's already around. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm gonna try to kind of thin this up here a little bit. Let's just.
They need to make sure they're in line, or we're all gonna get disqualified.
Yeah, it will. Definitely are going to be chatting with you and the 747 to get some of these black flags waved on this. Already the 88 of Dan McLaren flipping Isaac Salas.
I'm broadcasting. I can't do all that. I'm driving too, so.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah, I tell you, this is how bad B movies start. You just know, you want to yell at, don't go there, just get out of the cars. You just know something bad's about to happen.
Oh yeah. Definitely, for sure. Pace car is off, and we'll not see it again until the end here. Already sliding into the front. The 84 of Ryan Beagle into the wall. 414. Get out of there, John. Run. Holy cow. This is going to be a mess. Everybody else out here just trying to survive.
Yeah, I'm starting to think, the people that I thought were friends, I'm going to have to reconsider this. Oh, man, we got one sitting sideways. Oh, Donovan's on the back straightaway sideways.
Yeah, front stretch. Looks like the 325 of Calder's already upside down here. Smoked out of the engine.
Smoking. Yep.
Isaac Salas, who was in the lead, down 13 positions in the 14th. And I'll tell you what, here, ladies and gentlemen, there is no good place to have a camera on this one. It's everywhere. Good Lord.
No, it's going to be a free-for-all for sure here, and I tell you, the funny thing is as a driver being out here, it can actually teach you a little wreck avoidance because, you get someone sideways in front of you and you go try to miss them. Believe it or not, I actually think that will transfer over.
Yeah, 110% as we're looking kind of blimp view here. As the 30 car of Steven Goldner, we see him. He's the one in the lead. Brandon Dittmer trying to hold him close. But looks like he's got a lot of salty dogs around him as they're fighting around some lap traffic here. Oh boy, right now. Good Lord. This is a mess.
You know what? I normally don't get back on the track this way, but I think I will. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
Oh man, I'm just spinning the tires. I can't even get up the hill. Oh, what a letdown!
Oh, look at you trying to enter the track. What are you doing, John?
I'm a little bummed I couldn't get out of there.
Oh my gosh.
Ah, here we go. Hello, world. Get me and turn me around, and here we go.
Look at this. Everybody, 36 is stuck. I think Joseph Canellis is stuck on the 36. There we go. He gets disconnected. So, Brandon Dittmer has now taken the lead here. Steven Goldner has been knocked out. I think Steven Goldner had to tow. Right now, if I'm not mistaken, he is down pit road as we speak. Looks like the left front is broken off that car. Brandon Dittmer into the wall by himself with no help. He is definitely fighting some damage. Right front tire pretty cocked. 92 back up the track. Look out. Right now, the top 8 cars are on the lead lap. As everybody else is knocked out. Holy cow. Right now, if you're Brandon Dittmer, you're not quite sure what to do here. Let's try to take a ride along with him here. Yeah, Brandon Dittmer getting across the finish line. Oh, man. Definitely wheeling that car around here. He is only on lap 13 out of 15. Oh, and he gets wiped out. Oh, man. Who was that? I think that might have been Canellis that might have gotten him. Dittmer into the pits.
I'm telling you, these salty dogs, man, are they're just a wrecking crew tonight.
Yep. Right now, I think in front of you is Justin White in the 078, who is in the lead. If I'm not mistaken here, John, I would probably guess that people would be tuned into the broadcast here to figure out who's in the lead and where they are on the track.
You know, Boydell is listed as second. He just doored me. If I'm in second, I'm not ticking guys off because you know what? I'll come up here and do that.
Oh, he yelled it. He yelled it. John into the wall. Man.
He's got to come back around. Oh, God, I broke the car. It's not even turning.
Oh, man, so you got the Ross Chastain it for the rest of the night.
Nah, I'll go back and get it. I'll go back and get another car.
Here we go,
I
Brandon
just got to make it back around.
sliding around you there in the 83. Dittmer right now sitting third, trying to reel him back in. He's down by a second here. Oh, man. Little clip there. All the salty dogs are smashed into the wall. Looks like between 3 and 4. Bill Calder back onto the track. As we're keeping an eye here on the 83 machine. He just hits the 014 of Boydell, and Dittmer's got the lead here. Definitely one to look at. Oh, boy.
I'm pulling into my pit stall, and there's an axle there. I wonder what that's trying to tell me.
Oh, man, as the 19 gets turned around, that's Brandon Ishkanyon getting smoked out there. Brandon Dittmer got nailed. Oh, no. Alrighty, top 5 are at least on the lead lap. Still piling each other up. Good Lord, look at them all. And Kyle Moonen is in the lead here, number 24. And I believe Zach Chapman. Oh, man. Mr. Machine getting absolutely destroyed here. He's heading down pit. That's it. So that leaves Brandon Dittmer and Kyle Moonen on the lead lap here. Zach Chapman has taken it down to pit road. That is the top 3. Top 2, only first and second right now are the only guys on the lead lap. So I definitely expect to see these guys out here. There we go. 92 gets the 83 turned around. And Kyle Moonen is still alive out there, has now escaped. 15 seconds ahead. He's about to be the only one right there with John. Oh, does John dump Kyle? Kyle's right behind you. Look out. Pile continues here. Moonen squeezes through. There he is right in front of John. Looks like he's following behind the, I think that's the 34 maybe? 34 or the 54. Oh, man. There we go. Kyle Moonen is around. Look at him blast out of pit with no regard to who's on the track. Kyle Moonen still surviving. Right now, he is the only one here on the lead lap. Figure it this way. 10th place is 4 laps down. Stella out there in the chat. Looks like all these fellas put their wives in the car. No, I would say this is a venting one, and they're having it broadcasted. I've run this at the Figure 8 at Irwindale with trophy trucks and Pontiac Solstices, and that was a wild one. That was 50 laps of hair pulling racing. So, if that's what you want to call it, but oh man, so we're looking at Kyle Moonen here, broken right front suspension on his car. Everybody's gonna be pretty happy about that because maybe somebody can get the laps back. Brandon Dittmer will assume the lead here. And that puts at least the top 4 back on the lead lap with Kyle Moonen going out. Oof. Man, I'll tell you what, there's no mistaking who the salty dog's out here. I'm glad they all have matching paints because this is a brawl here. Halfway through this race here.
Oh man, I gotta wait 40 seconds to do a tow.
Pace truck, tow truck's busy right now, John. Not now.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Isaac Zales, John Rayner, Justin White. These guys are still down pit at this point. No fast repairs?
Yeah, there's fast repairs.
Oh, man. How come we got so many guys down pit?
Because they're all getting their fast repairs. Then you got guys like me that had to tow because, well, the damage was such I was going slow down the front straightaway and the car wouldn't even turn to go down pit road.
Oh.
So whoever it was that commented how I can drive and do it at the same time, this is probably what it should look like when you commentate and drive.
Yeah. Yeah, that is for certain. Zach Chapman has now gotten the lead here.
Oh, they're wrecking each other at the exit of pit. You can't even get out of the pit road.
Oh, yeah, that's why we taking a look there in pit road. It looked like Dittmer was already trying to swipe through somebody, but fortunately iRacing had kind of cleared you guys out before you got to the racing surface, but then it doesn't. So Zach Chapman right now with an almost 11-second lead here over Brandon Dittmer, now over Kyle Moonen. As the wrecking continues, Zach Chapman squeezes through here. Oh, man. Good turn there. As he turns them around. This is looking pretty rough. Let's take a look here at John. John through the infield, looking for the leader. Leader coming up on him here. Oh, God.
Well, the leader's my teammate. I ain't gonna do anything to him.
Oh, man. Well, you definitely better hurry up because he's trying to find a lane here.
I'll let him go by and
Yeah, huh? You had him aimed.
Yep.
Alrighty. Whoa, man. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. This is wreck avoidance, man. You want one of these, get some of those NASCAR guys in here. Is the 7? Boy. There goes Zach Chapman. Around he goes. Somebody's smoking in front of you, the 48 car. If I'm not mistaken, is that Olsen?
I just turned him out of my way.
Well, you did that, and he's just continuing to collect cars on the track. 48 cars broken now. Donovan Ross here in the 5, surviving. He's only in 13th, but he's a few laps down here, 5 to be exact. Holy cow, I was going to say, normally you got to pay for this kind of stuff. Get people going out here wrecking each other. Salty dog Joseph Canella's dooring him, letting him have it. Oh! And John the roadblock. Man, oh man.
Well, hell, I have absolutely no steering. I don't even think I don't have any steering.
Well, John, you're still in the top 20 at this point. You just passed Roger Craig. Good Lord. Holy cow.
I'm going to just try to wall ride into the pits here, and hopefully guys are just running in the back. I can just get to the... I can't even turn in the pits.
Looks like you're doing... you're digging yourself a rut there. Here we go.
Oh, now I want somebody to hit me. Nobody's hitting me. They can point me straight.
Here it comes. Oof. Oh. Oh. Oh, dude. Boom.
See, and I still can't turn it. That's the thing that stinks. Look at that. It just... The hell with it.
This is, Oh, look out! Boom!
I'm going to the lake.
Oh, I didn't let you. Boo.
Out of reset. But we should talk about all this. What you're seeing, folks, is all for a good cause here the whole night. You know, we had a qualifier earlier. We'll have another qualifier here in a little bit. But it's raising awareness for every child matters, and what that whole thing is you know, indigenous people suffered great atrocities at like boarding schools and stuff like that around the turn of the century, maybe even a little bit earlier into the, 1920s or 1930s and all that kind of stuff. A lot of really, really bad things happened. And the Every Child Matters is raising awareness to this, and it's a great cause. We're proud to be a part of it. We need to thank Ohsweken Speedway for coming on board and being a big sponsor. So Glenn Stiers and everybody over there at Ohsweken, thank you for being a part of this and watching us knuckleheads basically kill each other on the track for this one. But it'd be fun to go to Eldora and get that taken care of here and see what that. I hope guys don't translate anything here and, get in the habit of wrecking guys and get over there with those sprint cars and do that.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Appreciate that shout out there for the Every Child Matters. Definitely, some atrocities that did happen. Guys, read up on it. You can definitely find out about it. It's easier for you to read than me to tell you here, as we're looking at Ryan Beagle, the only one here on the lead lap in the lead. So, definitely, he's got the separation at this point. Zach Chapman's got to make up almost 27 seconds to catch him here. Oof. 84 is around. They found the leader.
Oh, yeah. I won one of these a while back, and I could tell once I got the lead, I could tell a big target was on me. I had guys doing about everything they could to wreck me, probably the last 20 laps of that race.
Yeah, right now, Kyle Moonen actually letting the 84 of Ryan Beagle around here. And you know what would be
they're
really...
buddies. They're teammates, essentially. That's why.
Oh. Beagle gets just out of the way here. It looks like Dittmer. I think he's still broken in the track. Like, he's just sitting there. Definitely tough here. But, John, a funny little quip here. You think the Salty Dog's got a gold dog bone up for grabs?
Yes. I just took out Beagle, so hopefully that'll slow him down a little.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's definitely going to require some more. Justin Wright is behind him, but he's still...
I'm in a Salty Dog sandwich.
Oh, man. Let me see where you guys are. Good Lord. I was going to say, you guys... Whoa, look out. Brendan Lacey's around. All right, looks like the Salty Dogs have just kind of... That's it. They're done.
But they're wrecking them.
Yeah, but this is good time. Everybody blow off that steam, and that's kind of what you see here. Is everybody just get those frustrations out, and just kind of be able to have at it. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Kelly Wheeler, Preston Cranmer, and Jeffrey Kemper are out. Not returning back to the track. A lot of drivers out. Ish Canyon out. Clevenger out. Donovan Ross is out. Race still continues. If I'm not mistaken, white flag is out. Ryan Beagle looking to end it here. Coming around 1 and 2. Oh, man, what a squeeze. Between 1 and 2, now through 3 and 4. John sees him. Waiting for him. Everybody, Brendan Lacey doors him. He squeaks through. High side. Ryan Beagle wins it. Oh, man. Wow.
I've never been in a car that I had absolutely no steering. I could turn my wheel right and left, and the car did not respond.
Yeah, there were points you were out there driving it, you couldn't even get it to go forward. All right, that is gonna wrap it up for us here. I am assuming I'm not talking to anybody on this one, because boy, this is a this is a race.
Very, very interesting race. I had 40 incidences in that thing.
All right, John, you've got access. Who had more? Can you see the whole
yeah.
field?
Yeah, I can. Let me pull it back up here, and I can tell you. I saw a couple of 50s, so I know that those were on there. I'll go back here.
All righty. Hey.
All right, here we go. All right. The winner, Ryan Beagle, had 50. Zach, who finished second, had 54. Zach, we got Roland Olson got 58. So he was, see, now that's what they'll give the dog bone for, whoever got the most incidents, not whoever finished. I know those guys. That won't surprise me a bit if Roland doesn't get the dog bone because he wrecked. He made 58 points of contact there. But yep, looks like Roland Olson will be the winner of the guy that wrecked probably the most people.
Oh man. I was gonna say, because if it was on racing, I think that puts Pat Boyce into it in the 41. But I think I've got actually our second and first place guys. Screw it. Let's talk to them.
All right. Absolutely.
Let's talk to him, man. So let's talk to your Gambler Motorsports brother here, Zach Chapman. All right, talk me through this race here.
Chaotic, right? You never know when the right time to be in the lead is. I got out front too early, I guess, and was just lucky to hang on to second still.
Dude, boy, it was. I think you came second, but I think you're a lap down on this one.
Yep, I was a lap down.
Dude, I think you were leading there for a little bit, but is it true when you're in the lead that the target turns to you?
100%, man. Especially, I mean, I guess I must wreck a lot of guys, or people hate me. John will tell you in the chat. A lot of people had the number 71 and the number 72 in their hit list.
I know. I was
lucky to survive.
I was actually talking about that. I was like, "What the hell, man?"
Yeah,
good
we
job,
were. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Definitely, that's what this is all about. No hard feelings from anyone. It's all about coming out and just beating and banging and having a little bit of fun.
Yeah, and where it really doesn't, to me, where it doesn't matter, rather than racing on Monday night and, in the Renegades or something, oh, man, you ain't putting me in the wall tonight. So, awesome job here. Zach, hey, man, while I got you up here, go ahead and give me your shout-outs, man.
Yeah, just shout out to Andy over at Cool Ray and his other businesses, Mr. Plumber and Brightbox Electric, Aiden Young with Young Gun Creations, all my teammates at Gambler Motorsports. You for doing this broadcast. It's awesome. We love hearing you. Roger for putting all this fun stuff together. And last but not least, my wife.
All right, Zach Chapman. In the number 72, man, I think we head to Eldora back into the fixed 360, so we'll let you go and get ready for that.
Yeah, I'm going to need some practice for that. That's for sure. We'll see what happens.
All right, man. All right, everybody, there's Zach Chapman, which brings us to our race winner here. Ryan Beagle, you survived.
I survived.
I asked Zach because he led the race here for a little bit, but you definitely led the last important ones here. Does the target turn to your back when you're in the lead?
Oh, yeah. Yep, it does for sure. You can see guys sitting there waiting for you, so you kind of got to look for it and miss them.
Man, I'm pretty sure I saw that 71 look like a heat-seeking missile on you at one point.
Yeah, a couple times. Yep.
Well, the throttle stuck.
Brakes didn't work.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah, That's, but man, one way to be here at Cedar Lake. I'm assuming I will see you for the fixed 360s at Eldora, correct?
Nope. I'm only running street stocks tonight.
Oh man, that's too bad, dude. All right, well, I was gonna say I haven't talked to you much this season, but go ahead and give me your shout-outs here, Ryan, and let's get you go ahead and get tucked in for the night.
Just gotta thank Goldner and Lacey and Moonin and Barry there for helping me out and kind of blocking for me to, I guess, win that thing.
All right, sound like the Vanderbilt team again there, John.
Yeah, I told you the team thing's a big deal in those things.
Yep, it helps.
All right. Well, if that was the case, I should have seen every salty dog in the top 7. I mean, that should have been something. All right, Ryan Beagle, appreciate it, bud.
They have the salty dogs have a lot of practice wrecking, so they were just doing their normal thing.
Ooh, shots fired. All right, Ryan, appreciate it, bud.
Yep, thanks, guys.
Ryan Beagle getting it done there. So really, I guess he's getting it done. It was definitely a mix-up here for the final run, but we're going to go ahead and unfortunately, like I said, it's okay, but we're going to send you back to commercial here and kind of reel everybody back in for the fixed 360s at Eldora. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Olivia Olson. I am an industrial engineering senior and club volleyball member here at Penn State.
And I'm Alex Ryan, a computer science senior and another club volleyball member. And we're excited to announce that we're planning to dance in Thon 2023.
Thon is a 46-hour, no sitting, no sleeping dance marathon aimed towards raising funds to support those affected by childhood cancer. It is the largest student-run philanthropy in the entire world. We'll be dancing in honor of one of our best friends, Jesse King. Jesse is also part of club volleyball, but a lot of us would consider him family. Immediately, freshman year, Alex and I clicked with Jesse and all the other new members of club volleyball. We went to the dining hall together for a lot of our meals, spent weekends together, and ended up going on vacations together. It really does feel like family to us.
Going into junior year, Jesse was supposed to live with myself and a few of our other friends, but he was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma in March of 2021. He's been through chemotherapy, it's been a year since he's finished radiation, and we can officially say that he has no active cancer. Currently, he is undergoing physical and cognitive therapies.
Thanks to Thon and 4 Diamonds, the King family and many other families have yet to see a bill related to medical expenses, hotels, parking, gas fees, and all other related travel expenses. It just goes to show that every dollar raised truly does go a distance. It allows families to focus on the recovery of their child as opposed to financial stress.
Because of this, we've got to spend a lot more time with Jesse and his family, who are the nicest people in the world. They throw awesome tailgates, and every time we see them, a little bit more of the Jesse that we know and love peeks through.
Until then, we are fully committed to the mission of Thon and 4 Diamonds by raising funds to support the Kings and all the other families affected by childhood cancer.
With Thon less than 100 days away, we're asking that you consider donating. Regardless of the amount, it will make an immense impact. To donate to our donor drive, please scan the QR code or click the included link.
If donating isn't in your cards today, please share this video with those around you. Help us get our fundraising past the finish line.
This is a race that families can't afford to lose.
Good day, everyone. Today I wanted to talk about Movember. So Movember was started in 2003 in Australia and has become worldwide. For those unfamiliar, Movember is all about awareness of health issues for men. So a lot of men grow mustaches in Movember. That's where the name came from. And just so you know, I plan on celebrating Movember by having my prostate hocked out. So first of all, the prognosis is good because of early detection. So, and as a result of that, I have decided to declare myself the Coast2Coast Racing League Movember poster child for 2022. On a more serious note here, you know, the average age of our league is 41. So if you're on the top side of that, you need to get tested regularly. I'm talking PSA tests, the rubber glove, it's 2 seconds of discomfort for maybe a lifetime of living. Also, colonoscopies, every 5 or 10 years or whatever your doctor recommends, but you need to get those done. So just reminding everybody, it's something men aren't comfortable talking about or doing. Everybody thinks they're a tough guy. Let's go out and get tested for the sake of yourself, but more importantly, for the sake of your family. And, as they say, the life you save may be your own. So we're all in this together, guys. Reach out. You can reach out to me, or more importantly, reach out to your doctor. And in closing, I just want to, I want to know if Marty Zakala is going to grow a mustache for Movember.
All right, everybody, we are back. 30 laps here at Eldora. These should look familiar, 360s that we had earlier here tonight. We're going to be running them at a different track. From what John's saying, these tracks aren't too far apart. Definitely, we do see some drivers we didn't see before. Chad Cote will be out here. Isaac Salas, I'm showing him out there so far, 5th in practice. But these guys got some qualifying to do, and I'm sure right now about that 22-23 mark of the driver, so plenty of heats to we're gonna be sending people home here.
Maybe not. I think we might start 24. So if we're over that 24 number, yeah, we will be.
Ooh, John, you're gonna have a chance again.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bud. I hate doing that to you. Oh,
no,
man.
It's all right.
Well, that first one, man, that was definitely a nasty run. I hate seeing that happen for you, but hopefully you're going to have a better shot here in this section. So for the qualifiers here tonight, and then you guys will all be with the Slide Job Racing Network and Marty Zakala. Screaming Marty up there in the booth. He'll be having a good time there so far. And then he'll be ready to bring you the night 2 of the Ohsweken Speedway Every Child Matters King of the Wing series. So I believe these guys are squaring themselves away here. Qualifying session is upcoming. Wait for it. There it is. There's the qualify button up there at the top. So let's go ahead and take a look at what our guys lay down. Some solid times here. But who's getting onto the track first? Jeff Barker looks like he's thinking about it. No speed out of him yet. John is on the track. There we go. We'll take a look at John Hine. This might be the cleanest we'll see his car all night.
Probably.
Yep, especially after that last run we just saw. This is going to be tough. Actually, let's sit in the cockpit with you. Let's see how you drive. Look good from that helmet cam. Oh, you blinked out on me. Come on.
Here you go. You want to come out to the wall here, especially when it's tacky, and get a nice run arc into the corner. We'll let it come up the track, keep it as straight as you can. The same thing, big arc in the corner, keep the car as straight as you can through the corner. Right on the bottom, you come right out and by the flag stand, and that's a lap at Eldora. A little later on, we'll be way up top here, and the cool thing is up here is where men become men up here. You got to it'll be pretty treacherous a little later tonight. It can get a little bumpy, and that wall up there will come out and grab you. So that'll be something to look forward to a little later on.
Alrighty, and we'll definitely keep an eye on that as you nail that third place start. Now fourth, Donovan Ross, Dan McLaren. In the second, Blake Chapman into third, and John Hine, you are fourth here, bud. Yeah, we're definitely taking that ride along with you there, and I'm already starting to see the dirt building up along the wall. So if it gets worse than this after the heats, that's gonna be some trouble here.
Yeah, and if you look here, we got 8 guys all in the 13-7. So once again, close field. But Donovan Devo there's 72, and let's see, we got 9 guys within a tenth of that leader. So that's not a whole lot of time at all.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Yeah, definitely keeping an eye on that, looking to see if anybody else out here looking to put down some solid times. Justin Wright is out there. I'm waiting to see number 11 of Chad Cote here. You know, kind of keeping an eye on him and knowing, having a conversation with you, Chad Cote in this 11. He may be one to keep our eyes on here tonight.
Yeah, if he had any guts, though, he would try to pull a Goldner and just not qualify and then run around the back. And now look what he does.
Absolutely.
Same time as me. What a punk. I turned my lap in first. Why does he get to go first? I'll just have to. Now I gotta add Chad to the list for the next Enduro. So if I see him, I'm gonna have to dump him. That's just the way it is.
Identical times. I mean, down to the 1,000th here. So I don't know how that worked out, but believe, if I'm not mistaken, everybody has qualified. Jeff Floro, I don't think will have enough time out here to get onto the board. Oh, yep, that's it. Cut off. Oh. 24 drivers here getting locked and loaded. Let's go ahead and bring us to our first starting. And once again, this can't be good. This can't be right. It's not good. John Hine is going to be starting in second place on the outside of Jack Clevenger here. Justin Wright into third. Donovan Ross will be fourth. Pat Boyce will be fifth. And Steven Bixler sixth. Gary Taylor ends up in the 7th position with Jeffrey Kemper in the 181 sitting 8th. So, John, how confident you feeling about the 181 behind you, buddy?
Well, I feel a lot better. I know Jack, I know Devo. We race together a whole lot, you know, so I can trust those guys. I don't know who Justin Wright is here, so he'll be the wild card. So I just don't know what his tendencies, what his patient level, all that kind of stuff is. And so it'd be neat to learn, and hopefully he's like the rest of us here and just understands the deal and doesn't, and I don't think he will. So, you know, do anything too crazy here off the beginning.
Yeah, no sense in doing that here, especially here in the first heat. As you guys get warmed up around the track, see they scuffed it up just a little bit. Not as slick as it was there for practice. So definitely going to be a little more tack out there. Good or bad thing here, John?
Well, again, it goes back to like what I said in the last one. When there's a lot of tack like this, everybody's going the same speed. I mean, everybody's got their foot all the way to the floor, so we're going to be pretty close together. And passing would be pretty difficult just because everybody's got so much grip. So you probably by the end of the second, maybe third heat race, guys will start to move around a little bit, and you'll start to see different lines and whatnot form here. So, you know, as we get down, you know, the pace lights are off on this pace truck here, and hopefully Jack and I just don't wreck each other going into one and wipe out the whole field, but I doubt that'll happen.
Alrighty. I've definitely kept an eye on Jack Clevenger in the past, I believe even on Monday. He's definitely a high wall rider, and you're in his way, so we'll see how this goes coming to the start line here. Guys are getting squared up. Green flag is out. John Hine already toward the top. Devo sliding his way right toward the center. Holding down on the bottom as John's got the exit. Round and round we go here. Not too bad as a first lap. John's just barely holding it out there as Clevenger gets it on the inside line. But does John have turn exit here? And he does. Yeah, definitely back and forth is what we're seeing here at this point. No one is really switching up onto the track right now. Hine, Clevenger, Ross, and Wright. These are the guys who've moved during the race. Still staying solid as Boyce, Bixler, Gary Taylor, and Kemper. Definitely battle for the lead. Wow, he sent that one in there. We'll have to check and see if that left front tire is connected, but 181 is not going to be your problem. Oh, man. Looks like more commentators curse here. That puts Jack Clevenger, Justin Wright, and Pat Boyce 1, 2, and 3. John, we'll get to you after the heat here. I definitely want to make sure you have a second here as Justin Wright is toward the top. Jack Clevenger slides into the lead here. We definitely saw how that happened in that last tangle up here. Looked like Clevenger got to the inside. Devo hooked him there, and then it looks like somebody set him up and nailed him. Not 100% sure who lost the wing on the destruction. That was definitely not a good one out there. Justin Wright still in the front. Clevenger got loose into the wall. Now Clevenger's down to 4th. White flag is out. Let's see if we can roll back to that tangle up here one more time, as this is going to do it here for the heat. Man. Yeah, hooked him there, and it looked like 34 caught him. Boy, boy, oh boy. Wright, Boyce, Bixler, Clevenger, Kemper, Taylor, Hine, and Ross. That is going to do it for our last round there. That moves us to Heat 2. That brings us to my man, Isaac Salas, here into the front. Glad to see him out here tonight. Preston Cranmer. Hopefully he's going to get loaded up here. Blake Chapman. And Ross in the 010 here tonight. Barry Goldner, Andrew Smith, 5 and 6. Zach Chapman into 7th, and Jeff Flaro into the 8th position. Flaro was unable to qualify here. And definitely he will be starting from the back here on Heat 2. I'm going to get with this one underway here momentarily. Isaac Salas looks like he's rocking around in a black and kind of black and purple car here. Possibly by VMR Wraps. Interesting to see. Not unusual seeing him in these colors for me. Normally I see him in the Super Dirt Car Series. In the 358s. We're going to go ahead and get this one squared back away here. Give John a little more time before we bring him in here. Heat 2 is where we're getting started here, ladies and gentlemen. Pace truck lights are off, so it's going to go ahead and duck off the field here. Get out of the way. I've got 8 more drivers behind him ready to get this one down onto the track and start putting down some times here. Definitely see multiple lanes of driving here at the track, but it's a little confusing for some of these drivers to figure out really where's the best route and the right place to be. Isaac Salas down toward the bottom, slides back up toward the top, which he will be forfeiting that number 1 spot to Preston Cranmer. Into the front. Oh, man. Preston Cranmer blown to bits there, and I think that may have been a bad move. Just from our seat here, it looked like he got in front of Isaac Salas. And Salas may have bumped him from the back. Preston Cranmer looked like he may have gotten a little slow off that turn. Getting going around here so far. Ross into the lead in the 010 car. Hate to butcher that last name. I could try 3 times and I still probably wouldn't get it. I'd almost call him Ross Corentab, but I'm not sure. We'll give it a shot here as Isaac Salas is in the second. Ross came up 3 positions for the lead. Jeff Flaro, Mr. No Qualify here, got it done. So far, he's about to make a bid here for 3rd. Top line, Flaro was running here in the 200. And around he goes, man. Getting close, it'll be white flag this time by. Jeff Flaro still fighting on the outside here of Blake Chapman. Down they go. Ross Corns has got it. Isaac Sal's second. Jeff Flaro has made the bid for third. He's got it. Blake Chapman will come fourth. Zach Chapman came fifth. Preston Kramer in the sixth. Andrew Smith seventh. And Barry Goldner in eighth. Definitely good stack up here so far. That'll get us ready for Heat 3. All right, let's take a look at Heat 3. Our new freshly Hall of Famer here, Jeff Barker in the 513. Joseph Canellis in the number 1 car starting second. Chad Cote, watch out for him in the 11, starting third with Dan McLaren. Very fast on asphalt. Let's time for me to see what he can do here on dirt in the 88, starting fourth. Richard Holland into the 5th position. Brandon Ishkanyon will be following behind Dan McLaren as well. Same with the asphalt there. John Rayner in the 302, and another salty dog that will be in the back. Roger Craig in the 747. We'll see if Roger Craig takes to the field here tonight. Now get these guys locked and loaded and ready to go. All right, John, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Dang, man, definitely a race here tonight, man. I know how it is, man. It's just definitely not your night here tonight, but definitely not during the charity event. You know, you kind of. I think this may be your chance. You ran the fastest times out here so far, so if a B main is to happen here, you should be able to get a number 1 spot and hopefully be able to drive away with this one.
No, like I said, you know, my mom once told me if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything nice at all. So we'll just move on and focus what's in front of us here. And we got Heat 3 here in front of us.
All right, John, I got to admit, man, if you don't have anything nice to say at all, you're about dead silent. So you must be full of it, bud. So I will let you just woo-saw, buddy, woo-saw, because that was definitely a weird one. Definitely fast there on the track. Just a bad slider there, man. Just didn't look good. I saw you made the connection. Good ricochet, but I don't know quite the hookup there with Devo. But looks like pace truck lights are off.
It's all right. I've already texted my displeasure, so everybody knows how I feel.
Oh man. Oh man, you know better than that. That's how you get the Neo well, bud. All right, let's go ahead and get back underway. Jeff Barker, Joseph Canellis, Cote. Wow. Cote here in the 11, definitely hammered down for him. His head is on a swivel at this point. Man, the way Cote drives, I'm almost wondering if he's in a VR here. Definitely slicing around. Here they go. I believe McLaren has made contact. And down toward the back he goes. So down 3 spots and really out there by himself. Roger Craig did not take to the field, so McLaren will be coming in 7th position here if he can't make up the field. Joseph Canellis riding the high side here. Looking good so far. Trying to see if they can fire around here. Cote has taken the lead from Jeff Barker in the 513. Definitely has a reason Jeff Barker, he participates in so many races here, and another one here tonight. Coast to Coast appreciates that 513 coming out here at each and every one of these races. Joseph Canellis sitting in 3rd. Definitely a good mix-up of salty dogs here for this race. Joseph Canellis has been on a crazy winning streak here as of late, especially in the NASCAR leagues. That's where I'm most familiar. Just his good wreck avoidance and staying out front and good pit strategy, and he's able to win them. But hopefully we'll see his presence continue on the NASCAR. And we'll see if he can maintain a top 5 and keep that roll going. Cote is still in the lead. Not much to say about that. The 11 car has been fast here and really definitely putting a hurting on the field. 13.95. The only person faster was Dan McLaren of a 13.92, but Cote is going to take the heat win here. Cote, Barker, Canellis, Holland, McLaren, Ishkanyon, and John Rayner coming in the 7th position. Alrighty. B main is up. This is the final chance for everybody to get into the final here. We'll see how it goes. If there's any cutoff, I don't believe so, but this is definitely going to determine the order in which they start. Jeffrey Kemper, Zach Chapman, Dan McLaren, and Gary Taylor in our first 2 rows. Preston Cranmer and Brandon Ishkanyon. These guys have raced side by side before. Starting 5 and 6. John Hine will be 7th with Andrew Smith into 8th. John Rayner starting in 9th. Donovan Ross. Devo there in the 10th position. Hopefully we'll see Devo get his way back toward the front. And I'll see if Barry Goldner suits up for this race. He does. Barry Goldner in the 36. And that's kind of what we saw in that first heat there with John. Is actually the 5 looked like it hooked him there, and then 36 finished him off of Barry Goldner. So we're going to see if John can get ahead of the curve on this one. Definitely tough out there. Is your mind clear yet here, John, or are we still frustrated?
No, I'm clear. It's just sometimes that's racing, but I'll tell you, my elbows are going to be out a little bit more if we're moving forward here tonight. That's for sure.
All right. We'll definitely keep an eye out there. Don't want you getting cut off of this one as well. Definitely got to push your way through. I'm wondering, what's the mindset here, John? Do you push hard, or you just try to see if somebody makes a mistake?
No, you just, none of these guys that are in here did anything. So, you can't take out your bad night on them or whatever. It's not their fault. So you just need to, as a driver, you shake it off here and still race smart. I mean, 80% I think of racing is racing smart, whether it be, you utilize your throttle correctly, choosing the right lane, everything else. So you just gotta, like I said, just be smart about things and try to get to the next one.
All righty. And you are racing in a VR tonight, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
So your head's on a swivel, bud, and definitely good thing to look out. So
yeah,
definitely keep it on. As you take a look up toward Barney, the green flag is out. Zach Chapman and Kemper, away they go. 88 at Dan McLaren, posing why he shouldn't be in this heat race. Top line is destroyed as Dan McLaren makes room to get his way on through. So Dan McLaren up to second right now. Huge chop back here for Zach Chapman of another team member of the Gambler Motorsports team. Back 8 positions here, trying to see if he can fight for some room here toward the front. Jeffrey Kemper as well there in the 181. He has fallen back 6 positions, which he's about to be taken over by Devo. Devo looking toward the inside, but I don't know if Devo's running into any kind of issues here. That 5 looks like he's kind of looking a little slow out there. Looks like he may already have a steering problem. So Dan McLaren leading this race. Preston Cranmer in the second, but Preston may be under fire here by Gary Taylor. Looks like that's calmed down a little bit. John running that line that he showed us there before in practice. Or in that qualifying session, excuse me. 71 rolling out there toward the top end of the cushion and trying to get that push off. But everybody riding about middle of the track. 4 laps to go in this one. John just barely misses the wall there. Definitely close and up into the hills. So Gary Taylor and Preston Cranmer are starting to squeeze the gap here. Much, much closer out there on the track. Preston Cranmer gets some separation on that turn. John toward the top. Let's rotate back here to Donovan. Staying silent here. No problem. Rayner and Chapman. No issues here. Everybody look like they are kind of separated pretty well here and trying to battle back toward the front. But if I just move away, John decides to go ahead and pass. He doesn't like when eyeballs are on him. This is undoing him for sure. Let's look out there in the chat. My wife says, I love Ishkanyon's paint. Couldn't agree with you more. If I'm not mistaken, that was Superman. As John Hine is trying to turn into Superman here and fly around Preston Cranmer. Outside line he goes. That might have done it for him here. Definitely getting loose. Oh, man. 34 and the 36 on the inside of John. Look out. Make it across the line, bud. Make it across the line.
Man, I don't get what guys are doing tonight.
Yeah, definitely looking rough here. Definitely looking rough. Let's take a look back at Ish Canyon's paint. Yeah, Superman. All right. That is going to bring us to our warm-up. Man, oh man, oh man. Well, this has been a wild night here so far, John. We started with the 360s at Limaland for 30 laps, and that was a good race. That wasn't too bad. Vanderbilt Racing came all 1, 2, and 3. The street stocks, that was good Lord. That's the first time I've ever had to try to broadcast something like that, and it's a mess, man. There are cars everywhere. And here tonight we're back in the 360s at Eldora. I mean, this is going to be awesome. I mean, I really appreciate Coast to Coast calling me up here kind of the past couple nights to go ahead and squeeze me in to go ahead and bring this to you guys. But keep in mind, this continues on to tomorrow. So the Ohsweken Speedway, Every Child Matters, King of the Wing Night number 2, fixed 360s at Volusia. That's where they're going to be starting there. Then they're going to be at the asphalt for the street stocks at Boston. Boy, that's going to be a good race. I wonder if that's going to be said the same kind of type of deal there.
I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like a qualifier 3 and then a finale of 50. So that might just be. But we'll keep an eye on that. And then at the end, it'll be the fixed 360s at Knoxville. So we'll see after these qualifiers here where this lands, everyone, for King of the Wing Night number 2. After that, guys, don't forget, Coast to Coast continues the fun all week. Staying with the Gambler Motorsports Topside Tuesdays, of course, with the 410s, Pro Late Models, and the GT3s, and that's supposed to be a big one. If I'm not mistaken, that says the Pro Late Models are 100 laps at Lincoln Speedway. Woo. That's going to be a long one for those guys. Good Lord. Yeah, definitely.
That's actually my primary car, so I can't wait for that.
All right, well, we'll definitely keep up with that. If I'm not mistaken here, we are not, might not be broadcasting any of those. So it may be just for Coast to Coast. So, guys, if you're looking to get in on some of this or figure out where your placement is, go to c2crl.com. Of course, that's where you guys can find everything you need to know about how to get into some of these races. Definitely, you see they do take one off week here, and we have a good reason to, especially for charity and to blow off some steam. But it seems a little bit the only steam blowing off right now is the ones coming out of John's ears in the 71 car. Just, man, what a heartbreaker it is so far here tonight, man.
Yeah, like I said, there's nights like this. It is what it is.
I'd almost swear it's every time you're with me, man. I almost swear. All right, well, then we're going to Wednesday with the Cool Ray Hometown Heroes. They're going to be doing all that. Looks like another enduro race with the street stocks at Lincoln Speedway. And I don't think they're really separating from Lincoln Speedway much. Flatline Racing Bodies Thursday Night Thunder as well with the fixed 358s, open big blocks, and then 87 North Wilkesboro. I have to see what I'm doing Thursday. I might actually chip in on that. And then the Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights, 358s, limited late model, and the 305s. Which brings us here to our final feature race here. Let's go ahead and get locked and loaded. Everybody getting squared away. Let's look at the grid. Justin Wright and Ross Corentar here in number 1 and 2. Chad Cote 3rd. Pat Boyce 4th. Isaac South 5th. And Jeff Barker into the 6th position. Good job by all these guys getting the front row. Stephen Bixler starting 7th. Jeff Flaro into 8th. Joseph Canellis 9th. And Jack Clevenger 10th. Blake Chapman will be in 11th with Richard Holland into the 12th position. Let's go ahead and rotate back a little farther here. Dan McLaren will be starting 13th. Preston Kramer 14th. Gary Taylor 15th with Barry Goldner. Back there in the 16th position. John Hine, you'll start right after that, 17th. A lot of work to do there next to Devo, who's in the 18th position. Zach Chapman starting 19th with John Rayner into the 20th position. Andrew Smith, Brandon Ishkanya, and Jeffrey Kemper are going to be your guys in the back 20 here, that being 21, 22, and 23. Appreciate you guys joining us here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network and SimTrax Broadcasting, all the Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, where I send every one of these great shows for you here tonight. But we got a last shootout here for the end of tonight. Like I said, about 23 drivers ready to go here. I'm not sure if 23, if Jeffrey Kemper wasn't able to load up here. Showing him kind of dead in the water. Hopefully we'll see him kind of wake back up and get back onto the track. Justin Wright.
Yeah, I don't see him down in the pit area either.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he had just a late lock up here, or he's just kind of maybe just not having his night either. Man, oh man, oh man. I'd be pretty excited about this race here. Guys are actually laying off that pace truck pretty far here, John. What's the strategy?
I don't know. There's no reason for it. You have to go on green anyway. Just no reason.
Okay. I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything. These guys are laying back almost half a track here. Away they go. Down toward the bottom, Justin Wright goes. Almost clips the wall, slides up. Ross sees it. Ross checks up just carefully there, and he's able to avoid it. Let's take a look here from the outside. Definitely everybody mashing each other together here. Oh, man. Everybody's starting to do a pretty big squeeze here. John and Zach are up a couple positions here so far. Definitely mixing it up here on the track. Get a little closer to it as they're 4 wide here coming out of turn 4. Definitely starting to mix it up there. Ish Canyon toward the bottom. Ish Canyon's holding up the field here a little bit. Maybe he got it a little mixed up. Already getting hammered. Oh, man. Yeah, Brandon Ish Canyon noticing what these guys can do on the dirt. He likes passing them on the asphalt, but he'd never seen anything like this. Getting around the track, around we go. Looks like Richard Holland is around, and we're going to have a caution. Let's go ahead and cut that back here to Richard Holland here. Makes contact here with the 36. Boy, that ricochets off again. Hits him again. Wow. That Brandon Ish Canyon had a problem as well the lap before. Oh, there he goes. He got up into the wall, so no caution came out on that. Just because it was a single car. Alright, if you guys remember how the last race went, these guys definitely get back live quick.
And this track is awful slick here. These guys, they're going to be moving around quite a bit. And, you know, they're not used to, most of these guys are used to running their own sets on Monday night. And these cars, you know, with this iRacing fixed is a completely different beast now. You know, where it's a little bit looser than, you know, what I'm normal, you know, for most of these guys. So even though they've got tons of laps here with these cars, what they don't have is tons of laps with the setup that's, I guess, should I say, as neutral as what these are.
Yeah, definitely for certain. All right, as everybody gets shuffled back around there on our ticker. We do not count caution laps here, so these guys will have another shot. We'll tangle up there, and we'll be underway here momentarily. Yep, about time. As he gets taken off here, Justin Wright kind of waits his turn, makes sure he gets straight before he takes off, which is going to allow him to get a pretty decent gap here onto the track. That gap being just a second already off Chad Cote and Ross Corinta there. Isaac Salas has moved up 7 positions. But talk about man on the move here is Jeff Floro. 18 positions, he's come up into 5th. Definitely looking pretty good out of him here so far. Definitely starting to mix it up here on the track. See how well these guys can get around here. Dan McLaren now down to 9th. Not too bad out of this race here so far. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's Jack Clevenger. He's really kind of slicing around this turn here. But that is going to bring out our next caution. Looking similar to the first section here, John.
Yeah, The track, I tell you, I haven't even figured out which lane is. I haven't got a good enough green flag to really go with. I can tell you the top over in 1 and 2 is pretty treacherous. You got to be real careful not to get in there. So these guys are already going to start pedaling. That might open the bottom or the middle over in 1 and 2. So as you're watching these guys, kind of watch for that maybe to open. But 3 and 4, I think undoubtedly the top is the way to be here right now.
Yeah, we're taking a look actually here at John Rayner, trying to figure out what happened. He kind of got around straightened out the slide, clipped the wall, and then when he popped the wheelie, the wheel was turned to the right. Obviously, when you land, what is it going to do? Boom, around he goes. And, oh man, he lands back on his wheels. I'll be darned. Alrighty. Chad Cote up 1 position each time, each caution here so far. Up to 4th now. Finally getting his chance. He's kind of praying for some green flag laps because that's when he's making the most damage here at this point. So right now, Wright, Cote, Corenta, Isaac Salas, Jeff Floro, and Jeff Barker. Going to be our guys. I think it's showing Joseph Canellis might be out of this one. Not seeing a speed out of him. Alrighty, here we go. Justin Wright back under green. Getting this one away. Cote staying toward the top. Definitely wall riding here. Oof. Yeah, Cote trying to find some speed out of that race car here. And I think that cushion's just so thin he can't find it at this point. Might have to change his line up here. Well, man, we are back under caution again. Not sure at this point. Let's take a look here back at Taylor. Yep, around he went. Oh, John, no. Man, I was really hoping you weren't going to be in that one, but hopefully there's no damage to that race car out there.
Yeah, and I have no clue if there's not, so I'll figure it out when we go down to turn 1.
Alrighty, we're going.
I don't know. I don't even know if the wheels are pointing in the right way. I caught them pretty good here, so we'll just kind of hope for the best. But this is what happens when you have a problem in your heat race. You get in the back where guys are struggling, and that's what happens.
Yeah, just from the angle we're looking at here, it looks like you've got some damage to the right bar, but it looks like the tires might be looking pretty straight here, so I think you should be a-okay.
Well, here in about, I don't know, about 30 seconds, I'll find out.
I'll definitely hate to hear that, man, because now you're going to dive into the turn, and if it doesn't, you're going to be into the wall.
Either it's going to work or it's not. And exactly a lap from now, either I'll be up there where it says Eldora, or I can come out the other side here. We'll figure it out. And hopefully if it is broke, I don't take anybody out with me. But I don't want to give the track position up here and get put back there and have to try to come back through these guys again. So we'll just have to see here.
Alrighty, Justin Wright going to take us away to another restart here. Hopefully everybody's able to calm down. We're actually going to rotate back in the field here a little bit. See if we can see a little more battling. As you can see, Justin Wright just gets that right restart here. Looking at Dan McLaren down toward the bottom, having some trouble. Dan McLaren ricochets off that inside wall twice, and now he's back straight. Don't want to hit that one. That's definitely to send a wheel into the stands. Down we go here so far. Jeff Floro into 5th. Looking good here so far, if I'm not mistaken. I want to get back to the Steven Bixler Devo area, where Devo's down toward the bottom. Whoa, man. Donovan Ross almost makes contact with Bixler. I think Bixler got nervous and went up into the wall. Definitely saw that one coming.
In the update, yep, definitely got damage.
All right, John Hine definitely starting to march back here a little bit. I am assuming there are no faster pairs at this track, is there?
Well, there'll be a faster pair, but I need a car. There we go.
There you go. John Hine, the life the life preserver is out. This is your chance to come in, man. Definitely want to get that vehicle fixed. But the key to actually you coming down now, what's going to happen? Now there's a damn good chance now you're going to be in the back with all the trouble again.
Yeah, that's exactly why, and that's why I didn't pit before. But you know, that's just like I said, and that's the way it started at the beginning. You know, I knew this was gonna be as soon as I got right reared in the heat race. That when you have something like that happens, and that's the funny thing is that's actually a point of pride, I suppose, that I have in this league is you know, everybody is actually a pretty good driver in this league. So when you go to the back, it's not exactly that it's easy. Just some guys maybe struggle with awareness or car control a little bit, but most everybody in here has pace. So that's what makes it so difficult and why I was so hesitant to even come in, because, you know, just because I might be faster than I'm on a stopwatch or something, but out here in racing conditions on a slick track, it's definitely, it evens out.
Yeah, we just went back through the replay of the number 36. Barry Goldner getting around, and it looked like Gary Taylor in the 34 then clipped him right after that, bringing out this caution. So it looks like John will be starting back in the 17th position. Gary Taylor and Barry Goldner are down pit. At this point, they will be starting behind you. See how this one gets underway. I believe Ish Canyon's down pit as well, so his night might be done. So I can get us back underway as we're back under green. Dan McLaren working his way back into the top 10 here, having some trouble. Devo's working his way up. Boy, mix-ups. Chad Cote just hoping for some green laps here to see if he can actually get in front of Justin Wright. But Justin Wright really putting on a great show here so far in the front. Justin Wright actually using that bottom lane here. That cost him. Chad Cote all over his bumper, engaging the sleigh job down toward the bottom. Nope, doesn't get it. Chad Cote falls off pretty bad here, over a quarter of a second off now. And he's got to try to run him down. Seems more and more we go, one lane is starting to form, and only at the top seems to be where it is. Let's rotate back here to Clevenger. Not a problem here. Isaac Souse with Blake Chapman, Jeff Floro, and Jeff Barker. Seems everybody else is kind of thinning out here, as Preston Cranmer is around the outside, but I don't think he beats Dan McLaren before the caution flag is back out. All right, unsure on this one. We're going to try to take a peek at it here. See if the 79 Andrew Smith may have been tangled. Oh, what in the world? Boy, it's like a wreck-em-up track out here. Looks like Gary Taylor and Andrew Smith make contact. Let me take another look at that. Exiting the turn. Yeah, it looks like Gary Taylor here maybe got super loose. Was trying to maybe pre-set up the turn. Looks like he popped out definitely way too early here. And that is going to ruin 34's night. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, John, you were able to make up some spots there. In the 14th you go.
Yeah, almost back where I was. And I can see that I'm faster than next few guys in front of me here. I just don't know if I have the time to do anything.
Well, you'll definitely have at least 10 laps to do something, and still sitting in 14th. Maybe a top 10 here. Okay, I wish it would be too bad.
Well, the problem is those guys were up top, and I don't know if the bottom's got anything there to get around them. So I might just be relegated to, once I get to Zach, maybe, because Bixler wasn't on the top. So if Bixler does what he did before and was on the bottom, I'll probably get him and then probably be relegated to ride behind Zach. But the top all the way around now, I think, is actually pretty quick as green flag flies, and we're going here again. But you get down here, and it's all about squaring up this turn up here. And, yep, Bixler went back to the bottom. So we'll ride along the wall here and see what we can do.
Yeah, interesting to see as well. A couple of other drivers continuing down on the bottom, McLaren and Devo. Both these guys are riding the bottom as well. Don't know how well that's going to hold some of this turn. Definitely making pretty decent room out there for some drivers. Devo down to 11th. And he's going to have a hard time fighting his way back around. If I'm not mistaken, there we got a car around.
That ends my night.
And collects you again.
Yeah, and that there was guys mad at each other, and that made that a whole lot worse than what that should have been. But yeah, the car's crabbing, took my faster pair. I'm done.
88. Yeah, it looks like 88 made contact here with Preston Cranmer. Not quite sure what happened before here, if this kind of choked up to be something else. Let's take another peek at it here. And McLaren wiggles. Oh, I don't think he even saw him there. Yeah, it looked like Dan McLaren, who's been riding low all night, up toward the top, goes to swipe in front of Devo and doesn't see Preston Cranmer. Definitely not good here by not a good look there by Dan McLaren. Let me take a seat in his spot and see if we can see him, because that wing definitely gets tricky here. Yeah, he doesn't even see him. He had no idea he was even there. Now you get to see what Preston Cranmer's head looks like. Definitely not good. So as these two tangle up, John Hines got nowhere to go, and bam, right into it. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Few drivers out of the race on this one. John is in the pits. Dan McLaren is showing out at this point, but the only thing out right now that I'm excited to see about is the green flag. As Justin Wright seems to be walking away with this one, as long as he can keep solid restarts, he should pull away with this one. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Devo and Preston Cranmer are going at it again. Battling around here on the track. Preston still toward the top. Jeff Barker is kind of watching it all happen behind him here, but they're now catching up. Preston Cranmer on the outside, Devo toward the bottom. 513 is about to get squeezed. Preston Cranmer gets toward the inside, and here it is. Ooh, man. Does Barker hold out into the center? He does. Preston Cranmer's around, and Devo still at the bottom, seeing if he can get this bottom line to work for him. It does look like from this angle it's starting to slick up pretty bad there for the number 5. Taking a look here at Isaac Salas in the number 5 car, seeing if he can run down Blake Chapman. Got some work to do. A long way to go. Wright, Cote, Cornta, Clevenger, and Chapman. All right, now everything looking pretty solid here. It looks like everything's calmed down. I would probably say you might be the one out there, John. You might be the Mentos and the Coke.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, the battle for third is actually pretty good.
All right, we're rotating up, seeing if Jack Clevenger, boy, hammering off the wall here a bunch of times. Trying to see if he can hold off Ross in the 010. Clevenger, Corntop, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Blake Chapman trying to see if he's got time to strike, but the white flag is out. This is going to do it. Jack Clevenger's got one more shot at this. Down toward the bottom he goes. Slide job. From the bottom to the top. Oh, man. No. Clevenger doesn't get it. Holy cow, that was close. So that brings Wright, Cote, and Ross, and I finally get to ask this man how exactly to say his name, because I am tired of butchering it here tonight, and if I've been saying it right, hats off to me.
Which one?
Ross in the 010.
Ross Correnta.
Correnta. All right. Fairly certain I'm getting pretty close.
Yep. Really, really good guy. He's actually, when you see all the velocity paints out here, he's the guy that makes that happen. He does a fantastic job.
Ooh. Cool. I hope I hear about that when I get him here into the booth here tonight. Cote just unable to get it done. I bet you if there were less cautions out there, Cote may have been able to open it up. And John, you should have been up there top 5, man, but I hate to kind of poke the bear, man. Definitely it was an ugly one there for sure.
Yeah, there'll be nights like this, so that's fine. You know, I don't forget, and I can race like that too. That's all I can say.
Oh, man. I love grudge matches. It gets everybody all wound up. I love it. All right. See if we can catch up with our third place finisher here tonight. Let's see if we can get a hold of Ross. All right, Ross, I got you here in the booth, Simtrack Broadcasting, the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Dude, what a race this was.
Yeah, it's fun. I wish I could have kept up with the top 2, but is what it is, and we got ourselves into the show tomorrow.
All right, that you did, man. Definitely an awesome job here tonight, especially on the dirt. Eldora is where it was, but tomorrow is Volusia and Knoxville. How confident are you feeling with those 2 tracks?
Yeah, I think I usually do pretty good at Knoxville. You got to be a little careful on that turn 2 when it gets a little bermy there, but usually run pretty good at Knoxville, so hopefully I can put her in victory lane.
All righty, man. Dude, give me your shout-outs here.
I'd like to thank the guys over at Phantom Motorsports, our sponsors, Velocity Race Design, Ohsweken Sportswear, Power Outdoors, and M9 Performance.
All right.
And you guys for putting on the show.
Awesome, dude. All right, say your last name because I want to make sure I'm getting it right. Correnta.
Yep, that's it.
Right. Dog. All right, Ross. Great job tonight, bud, and I'll catch up with you another time.
Thank you. Catch you later.
All right, there's Ross Correnta. I'm gonna say it like that, like I'm. Oh boy! All right, let's go ahead and get to Chad Cote here. Chad, lack of less cautions, maybe a win.
Yeah, it's very possible, Patrick. Very, very possible, I think.
All right, definitely was out there. You were fast, man. I watched you during practice. I watched you during qualifying. You're Speedy Gonzalez out there, just unable to kind of catch up to Justin Wright before the track started for kind of getting too slick out there.
Yeah, I'd catch him, I'd reel him in, and then I'd get into the wall, and then he'd get into the wall, and then I'd catch him, and then I'd get into the wall again.
Man, definitely a tough one, but it goes and locks you in for tomorrow. How confident are you feeling about the tracks tomorrow?
Very, very confident. Both are my up there, my favorites.
Excellent. All right, man. Well, definitely Marty Zacala will be calling for you that day, and I'll probably tune in and see how you do. But Chad, great job here tonight with a second place finish. Go ahead and give me your shout-outs.
Thanks, Patrick. To our sponsors over at American Dirt Motorsports, Dirt Company Media House, Ram Designs, 34 Raceway, Central Sign and Lighting, and Josh Whiteman Music.
Excellent job, man. You got I'd almost swear you got that stuff written down, don't you?
Right in the Discord channel, buddy.
All right. Chad Cote, great job, bud.
Thank you, thank you.
All righty. I always try to catch people off guard, not when they quite expect it. He's a little unsure. And John, let's loosen you up a little bit, bud. Let's have you talk to the number 78 of Justin right here.
Hey, Justin, this is John up in the booth. You got a copy? I can hear you micing up, but I can't hear you talking.
Sorry about that. No, sorry. I had to just jump out of the server real quick. Just got called into work.
Oh, okay. Well, real fast. Congratulations on the win. You had it on a rail. What was it like navigating that track? It slicked up pretty good and got a little treacherous there at the end.
Yes, yeah. Car felt really good on the top. Yeah, just did my own race and yeah, got the win.
Well, I hear the accent. Where are you from?
From the land down under, Australia.
Awesome. Are you there now, or did you come over here to the States?
Over in Australia at the moment, it's currently, we'll say, 20 to 2 in the afternoon, and yeah, somehow got called into work. So,
Oh, bummer, man. And we are glad to have you part of this whole deal here. I won't keep you since you're obviously on the way to work. Well, hopefully we'll get to talk to you a little bit more in depth a little later. But who would you like to give a shout out to for the race here tonight?
I'd just like to thank my sponsors, Mills Motorsport, Caleb Campbell Mills. Yeah, let me drive the car, and yeah, all these sponsors, Dutton One Garage, and Team 10. If you haven't heard of it, Team 10 is a like a membership thing that he has going on at the moment. $100 for the year, and yeah, get some cool discounts and giveaways and stuff. So yeah, just thanks to those guys.
Well, awesome, my friend. Have a safe trip into work, and hope it goes good for you here. And hopefully we'll talk to you again. Will you be back for tomorrow night's events then too?
We'll see what happens. I'd probably say I will be. We'll yeah, just see how work goes.
All right, my friend. Well, I tell you, if we don't talk to you, thank you for showing up and racing with us here, and hopefully we'll cross paths again.
Yep. No, thank you guys for putting the show on.
Yep.
Alrighty. Take it easy, John. Alrighty here, Justin, man. John, what a race this was here tonight. Dude, and now everybody's going to be locked and loaded for tomorrow, which should be pretty good. Like I said, that is going to be with Marty Zakala, and they're going to be at Volusia, Boston Speedway in the street stocks, and Knoxville for the 360s for the final night of the Ohsweken Speedway Every Child Matters King of the Wing. Night 2, definitely we saw a lot of fast drivers out here. You know who I didn't see? I didn't see Patrick Spangler out here. I would have liked to see him out here.
He very well could be. I mean, this is a week off here, so I mean, we're at it quite a bit, quite a few races during the season and whatnot. Yeah, it just some guys want the nights off. I know that there's going to be a lot of fun races coming up this week here with C2C, and I'm probably not going to do any of them. I just want the time off and to relax and gear up and worry about next season.
Yeah, that would definitely be something to do. I definitely want to take a break because you guys are kind of really all out for the next 12 weeks for sure. We'll keep an eye out there for the Christmas schedule. I'm interested to see where that lands via the holidays. I believe each of those land on Sundays, so maybe just the Sundays will be off. But appreciate you guys joining us here at Simtrax Broadcasting and the Coast to Coast Racing Network. John Hine in the booth here with me, Patrick Morrison. Of course, I will meet up with you guys for Tuesdays up in the following season. Marty Zakala will be with you guys tomorrow night. Should be an awesome one, but guys, stay tuned in. Same time, same place tomorrow, and we'll catch up with you another time. So be well, be safe, be kind, and I'll see you guys next time.